Alrighty. Alrighty, video game. The good stuff. Volume looks okay. What was I doing last? Wait, I remember. Timeout, you can't fight Vermilion. Saki has a job to do. Fair. Fair, but that spell card really makes me want to commit uninstall. Jeez Louise. Alright, so there were a few things that I wanted to do here. There was, get Sho up to a level where she learns Thunder Punch, and then evolve her into a speed type, and then Remilia, get her to level something, so she learn a dark move, and then give her the attack shard. And Reisen still needs to evolve from her base form. Suiko is en route to also evolving in her base form, 5 levels. So, let's see here. Let me just fly. So, let me think. You were gonna bench Reisen for flying, right? No, I wasn't. I was not. Let me think. So there's the whole water route down here that I can explore. And I can also go to Cinnabar and check out the Bonica Mansion. But I can also go to the Seafoam Islands as well. What do you think, chat? What do you think? We can go to Silphco, or we can go down here, get some levels, and maybe find some new bogeys. I'm kind of leaning on Seafoam myself. I want to go down there, see what's going on. So I'm gonna head to Pallet, get to Cinnabar, and do that. All right. Oh, I wonder what the grass down here would be. What could this be? It's supposed to be only Tangela, which is really weird when you think about it. Oh, it's Tojiko. Alright, sure. No, I'll do it. I'll work with it. She's Ghost, obviously. Good. Chat, was it ever explained why this grass was the only place you could find Tangela? Like, legitimate question. It just seems so strange to me. Like, let's think of an example here. Mr. Mime, Farfetch'd, and Lickitung are all trade Pokemon only, right? You can only get those Pokemon through trading. But then Tangela just exists on its own on a little patch of grass below Pallet. That's it. Nothing else exists there.
Put Farfetch'd in yellow.
Did they? Where?
The route below Lavender Town that everyone ignores.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I didn't know that.
I think you can find Lickitung in the only in Japanese blue in the wild. Jinx, I think.
Oh, the mythical Japanese versions.
I think Jinx is still only that one unit.
Jinx is in Seafoam, yeah?
Let's go.
Wait, that's a trade Pokemon, isn't it?
Yeah, it's on trade.
What the? Yeah, that was the guy in Cerulean, right? He wants a Poliwhirl for his Jinx. Chat, wasn't there what was it? Was it Johto? I think it was Johto. There was a trainer on the route next to Fuchsia. She wanted I think she wanted a Chansey for her Aerodactyl. If I remember that right, because you couldn't get the fossil, you couldn't get Aerodactyl in Johto without time capsuling. Yeah, I didn't know that. Although, yellow version definitely made some changes for the better. Although I don't know. Chat, could you catch Raichu? This is something I can never remember the answer to. Can you catch Raichu in Cerulean Cave in yellow version? Because I want to say yes, but the better part of me wants to say no because it's a stone Evo. You can't in yellow. Oh. You can catch Rhydon. Because you can't evolve the Pikachu you start with. Oh my fight me out of it. This is annoying. I know in Blue Kaizo all the best Pokemon are in that area because you need to beat the champion to get them. All the legendary birds are in there. Mewtwo's in there. I'm sure Mew's in there somewhere as well. Snorlax. Actually, I don't know about Snorlax. I can't remember if Snorlax was on the... I can't remember if Snorlax was on the route. But Tauros and Chansey. Tauros and Chansey were locked behind that. Couldn't use those Pokemon. Man, Sho could have picked up a kill here, but Sho got critical hitted. Never mind. How annoying can you get? I might live that. Barely. Alright, crit didn't matter. Good. Fantastic. I am happy with this outcome. But I have to switch because Whirlpool's still active. I don't know why you're dissing Sho. She's the icon of good luck. She also has really cool hair. Alright, you have electric or wind type moves, so you are not my best bet here. Wait, now that I think about it. Now that I think about it, I kind of lose to this thing, don't I? Can't believe you're dissing Sho like that. I won't hear it, chat. Come back when you've gotten killed by Curvy Lasers and her stupid ass timeout, not timeout, but basically a timeout Vajra spell. Come back when you face that. Then you'll understand why. Why the world hates it. Oh, cut's ineffective. She is such an annoying boss. Okay, Bite's neutral. Alright, you just have 6 Notoris, huh? This is what we're doing? Alright, well, this is kind of annoying, because I don't have anything to really switch into this. They all have Whirlpool. I can bounce. He's got 6 of them! Is this guy supposed to have Magikarps? Nice. Better than Cart. Well, it is better than... Did you just crit me again? Where's the dev? Where is the dev? I no longer believe that my... What? I can't believe this. I really can't. Did I get hit by Whirlpool in the air? Alright. Someone call Dev. Tell him he's got a complaint lined up. Well, Suika's super dead if I switch her in, but... whatever. Everybody gets one, I guess. Throw the rocks at her, I guess. I have been hit by more critical hits in this game than, like, any other game ever. Swear on my life. Alright, I need to get through this fight because these Notorias are kicking my ass. Perfect. Good job. Hina just don't... Wait, what do you mean? You're looking for Hina and you get a team in a Tori? Well, I guess you're using the best bait. Spin Kappa. You can heal Impala, yeah? I assume so. This is just crit bullshit. Gonna need someone to examine my my copy or something, because this is unbelievable. It's unbelievable how many times I've been hit by criticals. Or missed important moves. Well, that's just Pokemon, but the amount of crits. The amount of crits, I call some bullshit on. Watch, as the next Pokemon I fight... Hold on, I'm gonna put a Show up front, because Show needs to level up. She's really far behind. I should have grinded her off stream, but I forgot. Be like level 20. That's not... No. Don't fight that. Wanna know if the fish are biting? No, actually. Because I already caught the only thing in the water I really wanted. Iku. Weak 2. Weaku. Chat, how come there's no crab Touhou yet? I want a crab Touhou. Surely there's a crab god. Like, no ocean. That doesn't... Nope. You can't even say that. You know why you can't say that? Because there's a full-on sea mammal that exists in Gensokyo right now. And there's also the girl with the whale hat. And there's also a freshwater mermaid. Yeah. No sea doesn't count. I won't listen to such things. And a jellyfish. Well, less a jellyfish and more you know, something else. Which is kind of a jellyfish. This goes much better when I don't lose half my health to a critical hit. Yeah, let's go, Show. Crab. Well, crabs will never be forgotten. But what about the crab that oh, what the fuck was his name? What about the crab that Gigantamax Kingler turns into? Like big god crab. She's a house spirit. No, she's a whale. Monogatari had a crab urban legend. See? See? So there can be a crab. Let's mirror shot her. Yeah, the first arc, the crab god. Isn't that just what the very first character is afflicted by? Some crab shit. Pinchy. There's Dev. Dev, I got critted twice in the same battle again. And I'm having my doubts that this game that I pulled off your link, having my doubts. It seems like it's set up against me. There's some shit here. Now watch, the next move I get hit by is gonna be a critical. It wouldn't make sense if it wasn't. Chirno and Letty. That makes sense. Oh my god, they're level 37. Retreat. Bye, Show. Ice Punch. That's fine. As long as they don't have water moves. So that'll put one of them out of commission. Was it an important fight? They're all important fights. No, it was the bastard with 6 Notoris. He kept using Whirlpool and 2 of them crit me. I could have lost that fight. Look at this. I don't have a steel move. I'll double tap Letty just in case. Might have Ice Shard. Hail. Interesting. Okay. I like when Notori is portrayed with an absolutely massive backpack that there's no way she could feasibly carry. Because it's just silly. Oh, that did a lot. I think Reisen's gonna die to hail. Yeah, she's dead. Unbelievable. Alright, well, I'm gonna need Ice Punch or something, so I'm gonna switch. I've seen Notori in multiple different ways by different artists. Yeah, she does have Ice Shard. There's the one with the big bag, which is kind of similar to her fighting game outfit, honestly. It's not as huge, but it's still massive. But like I've seen portrayals where the bag is just fucking huge, mate. Absolutely huge. And then there's the artist of Forbidden Scrollery. Their rendition of Notori is that she's pretty much the size of a fairy. She's so small. Letty's pretty strong, but only in the winter. She's also quite smart, because even though she becomes stronger in the winter during the incidents of PCB, she's like, well, obviously winter can't last forever. But yeah, she just kind of dips when winter's not going on. And since, well, I think the last time a Touhou game took place in winter, outside of the Forest of Magic, you know, it would have been cool if just randomly Letty got to be a mid-stage boss in the Forest of Magic stage. All that would have to require is you'd switch the final location before the confrontation. That's all you'd have to do. Because when you think about it, Lily White shows up at the shrine because it's spring. So it'd be pretty cool if Letty showed up as a mid-boss in the Forest of Magic. But I guess her motivations for doing so would be, yeah, it would be unclear. What's funny is that in Perfect Cherry Blossom, the whole beginning of Perfect Cherry Blossom is like, alright, winter is lasting too long, spring isn't coming, and the first stage is wintry, and then you have to deal with Chirno, and then you have to deal with Letty, and then as soon as that's done, all the winter's done. Every winter aspect of the game is completely gone at that point. Then you're in the mountains, Mayohiga, and then you're at Location X with Alice. Seriously, does anyone figure out where that entire stage takes place? I'd love to know, because I couldn't tell you. I don't think anyone does. The Alice Zone. It's the only explanation I got, to be honest. Isn't it snowing at Alice's stage? I cannot tell, man. I cannot tell. There is so much shit with that stage that it's confusing. Cyberspace, no. I thought at first it was the Misty Lake, because maybe it's just obscured on the bottom, but that wouldn't make sense geographically, because you go to the mountains on the second stage, like right away, and you don't just descend the mountains and then randomly climb to the gate. You go over the mountain and you head to the portal of the other world. The even more interesting aspect of that is what exactly was she doing there to begin with? So not only do you have to figure out where this fight takes place, you have to figure out why Alice is here to begin with. I think the reason why it's so confusing is because, as I said before, that Alice's only reason for existing is just to make people think that she has something to do with the overall plot, where she doesn't. So maybe he made it so it's a weird ass stage that you can't comprehend, because it was supposed to be like, oh, are we going back to the old PC98 world of just nothing on the bottom of the screen at all and multiple worlds, all that mumbo jumbo. That kind of stuff. The miswritten place when you try to escape the lost village, like in the folklore. Okay, that's not a bad answer. But why is Alice there? That's the most important question. is once you figure out where it is, you need to figure out why Alice is there to begin with, because Alice certainly doesn't mention anything about it. She got lost? What's she doing up there? Because she's fucking weird. I just don't know, man. I don't know. You gotta remember, Canon Alice doesn't really leave the forest. Sometimes she's looking for magical ingredients for doll making. She wanted Marissa to find her. No. She doesn't give a shit about Marissa and Canon. Well, I mean, she kind of does, slightly. But to be honest, the only thing that links those two together is that the fact that they're both magicians. People latched onto that aspect and were like, yep, that sail the boat. Everybody on Noah's Ark. They didn't have much to work with back in the day, so they just took the characters with the most understandable chemistry, and there you go. And to be fair, they did partner up in a few games, so they have a better relationship with each other than other characters would. I'm getting so sick of fighting Notori. I'd make an Alice in Wonderland joke about it, but that's already been done in official material. Because that's the name of the extra stage in Touhou 5. It's Alice in Wonderland. Alice just gets lost. I'm trying to figure out why... Because the thing is, I'm pretty sure Alice's place of business is limited to the forest, which she doesn't leave very often. I guess she goes to the human village sometimes. And I know she goes to Aente because she buys the dream pills. She buys dream pills from Eden, but she doesn't show up at the shrine very often. I mean, sometimes she shows up as a background character for events, but a lot of characters do that regardless of really the plot reasons. I feel like whenever Zun makes a chapter that's just like, all right, we're holding a banquet at the Hakone Shrine. Feel free to draw whatever character you want and just have them muck about in the background panels, which is fine. The number of times I've seen Yuka just hanging out in a panel in Sengetsu is, well, more than other characters. Kanako and Suako too. They're just all hanging out, having a drink, because why not? They're not part of the plot in the slightest, but they're there because I guess the Zun said draw whoever you want. And funny reason, she doesn't like leaving because she's self-conscious about her sense of directions. Is that true? Or are we playing what ifs again? Because I'm not bad with that what if. I like that what if. Oh, this is bullshit. I got played. I'm dead. Uh-oh. I need to switch. I wonder if Decision would have killed her. Whatever. Suako, you're up. Not sure, but it's a good fan and thought. I don't know. How would she be with directions? Wait, that wasn't a very smart switch, was it? Oh well. Bye-bye. I mean, that's probably one of the better what-ifs I've ever heard for Alice. Because we've kind of seen all over the spectrum for our old friend Alice. Knock off. Yeah, we'll give her a foresight for that. She's okay with directions in 11. Well, 11's kind of a straight shot. You go down the tube, you go across the bridge, you go through the town, and then you go in the town and Yuka takes you to the mansion, and from there it's pretty straightforward. Everybody just starts telling you where you need to go. Satori's like, there's a hole in the courtyard that'll lead down to where you need to go, and then Rin's like, alright, well, here's where Utsuho is, follow me. Which Touhou would be the worst with directions or maps? The easy answer here is probably Chirno. She's a fairy. They're not very smart. So just by default. But when it comes to Gensokyo's size, it's not that massive. So pretty easy to navigate it. So I don't think there's any even a character who's directionally challenged. Probably not Chuna herself, but she'd be pretty low functioning with them. I don't know. Can Chuna read? Oh, Mystia can't read, so there's that as well. Churno, Misty, or Utso. Well, those three probably. At least she can read, yeah. Man, poor Mistia. She didn't do anything to deserve such rude accusations. While they are true, she cannot read book. Unfair. Unjust. That's why she sings in a punk rock band. To scream about the injustices of the world. Sanai seems like she would get lost. Sanai's a very, very smart girl. She was en route to majoring in science and stuff like that. That's why, I mean, Sanai herself explains what cold fusion is to the denizens of Gensokyo, which is like, what the fuck? Neat. I don't know if I don't know if it was successful. I think her cold fusion experiment was successful, but not to the capacity that it could be, like, really work. But it seems like, at least according to the like the translator's note, it seems she used an outdated method for cold fusion. Because I guess back in the day, cold fusion was recorded as a thing, but when it was reported as working, the results kept varying for everybody else. So there was some kind of like misconception with that. So it was either being falsely reported or something. Something was going on with that. But cold fusion was not as consistent as it was being claimed to be. So everybody jumped on that, and then when it didn't work out, they were like, what the fuck? And then I guess they kind of fucked off with it. I need more information on that, because it was, oh god, level 38. It wasn't something I focused too heavily on. Usually when they give me a little quick note like that, I check it out for a little bit on the wiki, but then I move on. Eden is probably the smartest we know of. Oh, she's 100% the smartest. She has to be. She's one of the oldest lunar sages in existence. She's also kind of a snob, but that's to be expected from the Lunarians. Hikatia is the strongest by virtue of Zunsane, so that's something. What is that move? Oh, that's fine. I wonder what her overall goal is, because she showed up again in Visionaries to talk to Clown Piece, because she let Clown Piece run free in Gensokyo, and I guess she told Clown Piece that she was going to be her ace in the hole for when the time came to do something involving Hell, because Hell constantly has power struggles because it's a realm built on whatever Hell is built on. It's kind of a sinister world down there, isn't it? Stuff like that. So I do wonder if that will ever come to fruition. I'm curious, because Hikatia is kind of a neat character. Mind that Clown Piece likely outdone some Kishin, and that is the funniest thing I've heard of. I'm pretty sure they mentioned that, actually. In Hikatia's interview with Aya, she mentions how the society against Sokyo is very peaceful, but then in Hell, it's very might makes right. And it doesn't matter what you are, or who you are, or what species you are, or anything, as long as you have the power to back it up. And she makes a comment about how some Kishin are still, like, laughably weak despite their name. But Clown Piece is a fairy who has earned a title, basically, which is hella impressive for a fairy. But, like, she also goes on to mention that Clown Piece is strong, and not strong for just a fairy. Like, Clown Piece is very strong. And we kind of see that firsthand in Touhou 15, where we deal with her. She's incredibly strong. What do I want to do here? I guess Suiko. How did Aya get to interview Hikatia anyway? Because Hikatia visits Gensokyo sometimes. That's quite honestly it. After the extra stage in Touhou 15, she took a liking to the residents of Gensokyo, and she decided to visit. And then she allowed Clownpiece to just kind of live there. So Aya wrote an article about her and Clownpiece, Hikatia and Clownpiece visiting a cafe, and then managed to get an interview with Hikatia, where Hikatia kind of ripped into her a little bit. Test is easy when you know the lore. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. Boom Boom Maru period. Newspaper. The best newspaper. That wasn't a bad book, though. Again, it was designed to be a cheesy tabloid, written by Aya's perspective. But there was a lot of cool stuff in there. I like that the Prism Rivers have reformed to, they broke up and then reformed with Raiko as their percussionist. And when Aya asked Raiko about it, he was like, why did you disband and then almost immediately after regroup? And she said it was so that their presence would be seen in the news more than just once. So Aya got played. Aya got hella played. Raiko's a cool character that we don't really see much of anymore. We know what she's doing though. She's playing in a band. She's in the band. But I don't know, I guess I just want to see more of her because she's a Tsukumogami who managed to cross the border. Because the way it works is living creatures cannot cross the border of common sense. But because Raiko herself is a Tsukumogami, she's not necessarily a living being. She's the spirit of an object. So while she was in that state, she crossed to the outside world, found a secondary source of power that didn't rely on the mallet, which allowed her to maintain her form. Because when the mallet, once the whole events of Touhou 14 were over, anything that was affected by the Miracle Mallet slowly fizzled out and became just a normal object again. With the exception of the Tsukamo sisters, Ben Ben and Yatsuhashi, because Raiko offered them the same abilities, basically. Like, she granted them an alternate power source to the mallet, which allowed them to continue existing despite the mallet's lack of power. Ben Ben and who? Raiko's pretty big. Yeah, Raiko's big brain, and she's one of the few characters we know who has gone across. She's gone through the barrier to and from, but we don't really know anything about her. All the other characters that have gone across the barrier are characters from the fighting game who have done that. But Raiko's one of the few who hasn't shown up in that in any real capacity who has done that. And you gotta wonder what her methods were, what she found. It's another instance, I guess, where we're talking about lore that isn't defined. Raiko found something out there that she uses as a power source. We don't know what it is, but we know that it worked. But it's just so unknown, and it makes you really curious. But as far as extra stage bosses go, Raiko kind of got a short end of the stick, didn't she? Like, Flan got shafted a bit, for sure, because her power is really cheap, so she's hard to write. Yukari is one of the most prominent characters in the series, to her credit, for an extra stage boss. Moko's not the most relevant thing in the world, but she still shows up more than Flandre. Suwako only really shows up when the Moria Shrine is involved in something, but even then it's usually Sanai and Kaneko, and not necessarily Suwako doing much. Nue doesn't do much either, but she's also the catalyst that brought Mamizo into Gensokyo. Mamizo, to her credit, has stuck out as one of the most prominent extra stage bosses since Yukari, making multiple appearances in the fighting games, as well as being a main-ish character in Forbidden Scrollery, and also having some chapters dedicated to her in Wildhorn Hermit. She's quite a big name character now. Mamizo's a jerk, a little bit. But then Raiko Horikawa, not much of her. Unfortunate, but maybe we'll see more. Then of course we have Hikatia, who has seen... Hikatia has seen more than some other extra stage bosses, but she's still pretty much shrouded in mystery. We don't know much about her. And I guess Okina counts. I guess Okina counts a little bit. Okina is the extra stage boss and the stage 6 boss, and apparently she shows up more in the later books, which I haven't got to yet. I've seen her in like a chapter or two from Wildhorn Hermit, and I like her. I hope she continues to do things in the universe. Although I wonder what her relationship with Yukari is, because we know they know each other. But Yukari is a yokai, and then Okina is a god. We haven't really seen any of the sages interact with each other, but we know that they know each other because, well, they're the whole reason Gensokyo exists. Triathlon meet. And then in Touhou 17, the latest one, we have Saki, who is the leader of the wolf spirits, which... I don't know, chat. What do you think about the animal spirit stuff? Are you into it? Because I think it's kind of neat, but what I'm really wondering is how prominent of a thing it'll be, because we still haven't really resolved the urban legend incident, so to speak. Urban legends still exist in Gensokyo in the capacity they have in the fighting games, so that incident's never really been truly resolved. But we have, now we have Animal Mafia, we have Yashi who leads the otters, we have Saki who leads the wolves, and then we have the girl who leads the eagles, who, I don't know her name. I'm pretty sure we've gotten her name at this point, but she is going to be a character in 17.5. So we're gonna see the complete trio of bigwigs by that point, and I'm just wondering. I'm wondering how prominent that plotline will be, because there's also Keiki as well. Like, there's a lot in Touhou 17 that doesn't make a lot of sense. A lot of it's kind of unexplained and confusing and very, very off course from what we've come to expect, I guess. I don't know the best way to explain it. I know Zun likes to write in new areas and worlds and all that kind of thing, but the animal spirits are just... Oh, that's cool. See that, Dev? You see that? Another one. Let's Thundershock it, why not? Unbelievable. Please explode. I hate Komachis. I really do. Makes me wish I had one. Okay. Oh my god. Oh. There you go. Okay, well, thanks for the crit, I guess, but I'm not happy about it. It's good EXP, though. Another Komachi. I am so sick of this thing. Oh my god, what do I even do with this? You're dark. You're not actually that good right now. I guess Suwako is fine. I'm wondering where Zun's just gonna take the main story. Because right now, the focal point of the story is definitely involving the border. Night Mayui. The barrier of Gensokyo is been pierced by our resident self-insert, Sumereko. And that's been a big point of the series for a while now. Hell, she's probably one of the most prominent characters in the current generation. There we go. That's what I want to see. Oh, I might die to that though. Oh wait, I'm gonna die to whirlpool up here. Oh well, this isn't good. Oh, never mind. Wait, that can miss? Alright. Oh, I broke out. Nice! Cheated death. I don't even know how that missed. I thought, I'm thinking of Shadow Punch. Shadow Punch is the one that doesn't miss. Good job, Suwako. Do you think Reisen will ever evolve? Deb, what have you done? Holy shit, look how expansive this is. It's like a combination of Johto and Kantos. Look at, what? It's beautiful! Cinnabar Volcano has an actual volcano. Let me in, dude. We're sorry, but this cave has been closed off due to recent unrest of the native Bonica. Please come back later. When? How later is later? Yo, this is sick. Now this is cool, yeah. I wonder what's in there, though. Is that where you put Moltres? Does Mount Ember not exist? Yeah, Cinnabar should have had a volcano to begin with, honestly. But it never did. But then we're supposed to believe that a volcano erupted in Gen 2. Cinnabar had a volcano in the anime, correct? If I remember correctly, that's where the battle took place against Blaine. Pretty sure the Charizard. Do you have a C Sanai? Would you agree to trade with my C rate? No. What? No. Found the most remarkable fossil inside Mount Moon. I think it's a rare prehistoric Bonica. Do you have a Alice? Do you want to trade it for my Sanai? Oh, we got a starter exchange in here. Okay. Except nobody wants Reisen. That sucks. Got a new metronome recently. My Bonica likes using it to lull themselves to sleep. C Rainbow can evolve into one of 3 kinds of Bonica. C. Let Charizard acted on its own, though. I'm looking for the Bonica Reisen. Want to trade one for my Alice. Okay, so yeah, we can do the... Yeah, you can do the starter exchange in here, I guess. Hiya, I'm an important doctor. Yes, very much indeed. Study rare Bonica fossils. You have a fossil. Yin Yang Orb fossil of C Rainbow, a Bonica that's already extinct. Rainbow is extinct! Alright. You're late. Where were you? Fossils back to life. I now have a Reimu. But is it a good Reimu? Alright. There we go. Alright, and I have the old Amber, otherwise known as the Air Scroll. And it gives me a Byakugan. In and out. What theme is this? This is a Hellfire Mantle, isn't it? It kind of makes sense. There we go. Okay, let's take a look at these two. And Tojiko while we're at it, because we also caught her earlier. Okay. Jolly nature. Wind Ghost. Makes sense. I don't know if Jolly's good for her, but... Levitate. Neat. Lax nature. Hakude Miku. Miko, not Miku. Prevent ability reduction. Cheap. Cheap ass. Seal needle. Throw needles to the opponent, may paralyze. She's got one of the worst natures in the game. Fitting, yeah. Fitting. Fitting indeed. And Byakugan, lonely nature. Reason faith. Lonely is attack. Is it attack up? Defense down? Yeah, that looks right. So she's a physical attacker. Or is she? Ew, these moves are fucking garbage. So she is Reason Faith. Reason Faith type. That's actually pretty good. Although, what does she get when she evolves? But she's level 5. That's such a pain in the ass. So we have Sho. She's Wind. Raisin's Heart. But she's a physical attacker. Physical, physical, special, physical, special. Are you physical or special? I can't even tell anymore with you. You're special. Wait, isn't Thunder Punch a physical move? I guess when she evolves, her physical will be a bit better anyway. I don't know, maybe. But if I want to use Byakuren, I'd have to level her up naturally. Because I can't use cheats. I can't use cheats. Because I can't get them to work on Bizhawk. Oh, the level was changed? Yeah, they were level 20 in Fire and Leaf Green. Not level 5. Alright. The Bonica Mansion, which is more fitting, because we're probably going to find Chiriden and stuff. Yep, there we go. There's Rin, level 28. There were 5 in Fire and Leaf Green. They were higher in Red, Blue, and Yellow, though. Really? Huh. Well, that's weird. I could have swore they were level 20 in these games. I've never actually used a fossil Pokemon in a story playthrough, though, because they tend to be not that great, as well as being a really low level by the time you get them, which is kind of weird. A lot of the levels for moves and a few Evos were higher in Ruby Sapphire Emerald. I forget what level Anorith and Lilip evolved, but I know that Kabuto and Omanite don't evolve till like level 40. It's level 40 or level 42 or level 44? 37, huh? Okay. But you can get them earlier, right? Because you can get the fossils from the desert, and you can get the Go Goggles just by beating Flannery. So you only need 4 badges. Then again, now that I think about it, where's the Fossil Restoration Center? Is that the Weather Institute? That doesn't sound right. Where did you get fossils recovered? Devoncorp. That makes more sense. Yeah, that makes more sense. Akasha that lives deep underground, capable of carrying away corpses. She has other people call her Orin. Yeah, I guess so. There you go. Oh, I didn't. So Koishi's probably a rare encounter in here. I'm sure Utso's in there somewhere as well. You know what I am curious about though? And the Satori I have in the daycare. But I'm not gonna touch that yet until I see. I want to evolve Reisen first and then compare them and see how they work. So I could go to Seafoam, or I could continue to the mansion. I guess we'll keep going this way. Clear out as many trainers as possible. I can now fly back here at least, so there's that. It's a really cool update to Cinnabar, though. I'm looking forward to seeing what's in that volcano, because I don't know what that could be. Murasa. That was a level 31, I think, that Sho gets her Thunder Punch. Once I get that, I'll evolve her. And Vermilion needs to get some levels as well. I hope Reisen evolves soon. She's such a pain in the ass to level up. You want 5.0 for the volcano. You don't have that. That depends when that was put up. Because I downloaded the latest version at the time. Whenever that was, like a month ago. Interesting. I have 4.82. Ah, shit. So I need to get it updated. I have a question about that, because save data scares me. Save data scares me, and I really don't want the save data just be wiped in favor of an update. The volcano is here in this version, but it's just lamer. Oh. Can I update this without costing me my save? Because I've never done that before, and I don't know how that kind of thing works for these kinds of things. So that's worrying. Make a backup before transferring. See, I don't know how that works on. Yeah, I don't know how that works on BizHawk. So I really don't know. So we might just be stuck with this version. It's fine. Everything's here anyway. We can work with this. I'll keep showing. Maybe there's a folder for save file. I have no idea. BizHawk is not something I ever used or plan to even use after I'm done this. Wait, isn't it a ghost type? It's a ghost type. I don't even remember what's gonna get the ghost. Guess we'll just bounce. .6 as well. Yeah, I'm able to fully use VBA instead of say. I have no idea why my VBA it won't work. I've tried. I really tried to set different things to get the save type to work, but it never registers it properly. So at this point, I'm here. I've spent hours upon hours on this one. So we're just gonna rock this one. We're gonna ride this one out. It's the best I can do, really. Did you get a BIOS file for the GBA? I don't even know what that is. Everything I checked online just told me to change the save type to Flash 128K. And I did. And it didn't do anything. An updated version? I don't know about that. I can't imagine VBA has updated that much in recent years. I guess it has been a while since I downloaded it, so there's that. Who really knows? I guess really. I don't know. Unless I have a surefire way of having it work, I don't wanna try it. You really just give me $100? Holy cheap sauce. Unbelievable. I just left my Pokemon behind. I should buy some more Pokeballs. It's okay. We'll just deal with the volcano, or I guess as the dev is referring to as the Volamo. Where swimmers gonna keep their cash? Where do they keep their Pokeballs, huh? Same place. If I can hold those, I can hold cash. Let's see. Yeah, I can buy some Hardo. 28 Hardos. Nice. Nah, I'm broke again. Under the swim caps. Yeah, see? I mean, I wouldn't be swimming with my wallet anyway. If anything, they shouldn't be giving me any money. Oh, this one can give me money, though. I swam here from Cinnabar. Wasn't easy, I tell- yeah. Okay. I like to think that the maps of Pokemon are incredibly shrunken down to make more sense. Because when you watch the anime, Like, the distance between Pallet Town and Viridian City is like a couple days worth of travel, right? But in the games, it's a couple seconds worth of travel. So, that's something that I always thought was pretty cool about the Pokemon anime, is that because there was a lot more distance between towns than there is in the games, there's a lot more room for just things to happen in the meantime. A lot of the Pokemon world or anime takes place in like just random natural environments, which is kind of nice to look at. I remember there was one time they ended up in a city that like was covered in pollution. It was disgusting. I was just like, whoa, that's a bit real. But everywhere else is just lush greenery, and it's nice and pretty and good looking and all that good stuff. I kind of like that aspect of Pokemon. The anime, though, is well, let's be real, it's pretty cheesy when it comes down to it. What type is this thing, do you think? Because you can beat Pokemon in like 2 hours if you're really good. Really good. Or really lucky. I don't know. I don't know how Pokemon speedruns really go. Sun and Moon anime is good. I've heard it's better than you would expect by looking at its art style. But one thing that was neat about Sun and Moon... Wow, one turn confusion, huh? One thing that was neat about Sun and Moon is that, well, the style that it came from, the style for X and Y, people were saying that X, Y, Z was really good. Like it was making things more serious. It was well animated, and by the way, it did look great. Stuff like that, and then once that whole nonsense is done with. Here we are, and here's Ash, and he does the silly Z pose, and he looks like, well, he kind of looks like he's melting jelly. That's what the art style kind of looks like. Oh, it's native type. Water native. I understand now. I'm alright. That does a lot, though, because I'm Suiko, an extra stage boss. And now that we're on current Pokemon 2019-2020, I don't even know what it's called. But it takes place in what I assume is the Galar region, and Ash has like a bunch of really cool Pogies, and he hangs out with some kid who wants to find a Mew. Until the ending. Oh, the ending was great. The ending was great. What are you talking about? You mean you didn't? Here's a spoiler. You didn't like the part where he gets to the finals of the league, and he loses to MC Hammer and his Mega Charizard? How could you not like that? I thought you liked that character. You know, Alan, the coolest character Pokemon ever created. And then shoved in his own little specials away from everything else. But then he showed up anyway. That guy. Yeah, that guy. You know, everybody knows that guy. He's my favorite character. Illegal Dragonite to Galar. Shh. Can't prove that. Don't worry, when the Dex update comes out, it'll be okay. Still better than Tobias. Was Tobias the guy with the Darkrai? I liked him because he represented every kid. Every kid who's ever played Pokemon, where they go and catch the legendaries and just clean house. He was the trainer that did it. I gotta respect him. You gotta respect that hustle. He had a full team of 6, chat. Full team of 6. And he only had to use 2 Pogies. Because his Darkrai took out 5 of Ash's members, and then finally it went down, and then Latios came out and wrecked Ash. And it's like, that's unfair. The guy with the Blaziken and Johto was cool. Yeah, he's the reason, well, he's the explained reason why Ash goes to Hoenn. It's like, whoa, there's more Pogies. And then he goes to the crossroads on like the second last episode. He's like, alright, Brock and Misty, this is goodbye after 200 episodes. And then they cross paths, and Ash is like, here's your bike back, Misty. Finally did that. And then the last episode, he goes back home, he meets with his mom and Oak, and they talk about Hoenn, and he sets off on this journey to go to Hoenn. And then that's when Pokemon... whatever the first Hoenn one was called, I don't remember. Man. That's why we banned Mythicals and Competitive. To be fair, Latios was... by those rules, Latios would not be banned. However, Darkrai would very much be banned. Why do they all know Whirlpool? I'm unbeatable! Pokemon! Advanced Battle! I thought Advanced Battle was the second season. Oh, I love this fight. Oh, thanks. Chat, what is Confusion's chance of hitting yourself? What is it? 80? 90? 95? What is it? Paul's a wiener. But Paul was one of the most interesting rivals that Ash ever had because Paul was a genuine dickhead. He was basically the anime equivalent to Silver, quite honestly. It's 50%? No way, it's 50-50. That's insane. His style worked until it didn't, yeah. I remember that because Paul's backstory is explained. Paul's backstory is explained a little bit later on, where you meet Paul's brother, who is a retired trainer to become a breeder, and Paul's brother had reached. He had cleared all the gym challenges, and what he did was he challenged the Battle Frontier, much like Ash did. However, Paul's brother could not beat Brendan, the Pyramid Head, because that cheating asshole had 3 Reggies. And after that loss, Paul's brother, I can't remember his name, Paul's brother retired from Pokemon. And Paul's motivation is to fight Brandon to win. Like, that seems to be his strongest motivating factor for that. So, remember, Paul got his ass kicked before by Cynthia, because he challenged Cynthia to a battle like an idiot and got shit canned. But then there was a point when Regigigas became a little bit... Regigigas showed up a little bit in the anime, and Brandon showed up as a result. And Paul did not believe that Ash had beaten him before. He was really surprised to hear that Ash had gotten all 7 of the Frontier medals. And then I'm pretty sure what happened was Paul challenged Brendan to a battle, but Paul didn't win. Reggie was his name? Oh. Alright. And then, yeah, he got his ass handed to him. And then there was that really awesome fight in the Pokemon League against Paul that was super sick. And then Tobias was just like, here's my Darkrai. And Ash was like, whoa, I can't beat it. And he could not beat it. And that was the end of that. And then they like tried to recapture the magic. He beat Ash. I remember when... There were a few times when Ash was a bad trainer. Like when he fought Brawly. And when he fought Volkner, I think. When he fought Volkner, that's when Blaze popped. No, that was when he managed to take control of Blaze, so to speak. And Fernet finally got attack together. But yeah, he fights Paul in the... Not the semifinals, actually. The quarterfinals, because Tobias versus Ash is the semifinals. And then Tobias versus a random trainer is the actual finals. And I feel real bad for the guy who had to fight him. Because immediately after, what happens is Tobias 6-0s him. Clean, easy. And the announcer's like, wow, we saw a better battle in the semifinals than the finals. It's like, damn, imagine being the guy who got to the finals, got absolutely shit-stomped. And then the announcer, in front of thousands of people, is just like, wow, you sucked worse than the other guy. That would hurt. The random trainer got 6-0'd. The only person who was managed to knock out Darkrai was Ash. Endeavor, huh? Okay. Ash beat Brandon, Paul beat Ash, Brandon beat Paul. It's kind of like Bleach. I haven't seen Bleach, but Ash did end up beating Paul in the Elite Four, or the Championship Indigo League, whatever the hell you want to call it in the anime. It's confusing. I'll keep Momiji in. Ash had a better team at that point, for sure. He had that Gible that could only use Draco Meteor, but not, which was just a terrible, terrible idea. It never evolved or anything. There we go. Good stuff. But then they tried to replicate that. What was his name? The guy in Gen 5. I think his name was Trent. He starts his journey. He takes a Snivy. And Ash is like, whoa, that's cool. And he's like, don't touch me. I'm angsty and I'm too cool for you. And then Ash challenged him to a battle with his fresh Snivy against the recently electrocuted by Zekrom Pikachu. That's gotta suck. Was his name Trip? I don't remember. He wasn't a cool enough character to remember, that's for sure. Oh, am I dead? Oh, I'm almost dead. But yeah, he basically tried to be Paul 2.0. And I'm sure he wasn't really received well by fans because, well, to be honest with you, he kind of didn't really appear as much as Paul. He showed up every now and again, but he was the farthest thing from a relevant character in the Gen 5 anime for sure. Come on, Remy. You can do it. Yeah, he just took pictures, I guess. And that's about it. That's all you really got from him. He's kind of boring of a character. As I said, he's just kind of tried to imitate Paul, but I couldn't tell you if the reason he didn't really appear more was because people weren't taking to him. Because you gotta remember, when Pokemon airs, it's treated a lot differently in Japan than it is in English. English, we just get like, everything's already done with. They just translate it and then they send them on their way. But in Japan, it all airs and has TV games and all kinds of shit. It's a big wonder over there. So I wonder if that kind of thing had influence on it. Because if you didn't know, in Generation 6, Jesse's Wobbuffet comes back, right? But did you know that near the end of Gen 5, they actually ran a poll on Japanese TVs asking which Team Rocket Pokemon you'd like to see return to the series? And did you know Wobbuffet won? So Wobbuffet came back because of popular demand. So I gotta wonder if they listen to that kind of thing outside of just their own created polls. It's like, oh, okay, here's a character. Oh, we hate this character. Alright, maybe we're not going to use that character that much. That kind of thing. I mean, who doesn't love Wobbuffet? I love Wobbuffet in the anime because it's hilariously broken. Like, sometimes Jesse uses Wobbuffet, and it's just insane how Counter and Mirror Coat are ridiculously overpowered in the anime world. But Jesse just doesn't utilize it that much. Rumia's Pokemon. Isn't that more Wynut than Wobbuffet? Because Wobbuffet is Sonatsu, right? Alright, here we go. Gotta use Confusion Chip. Final showdown between Infernape and Electivire. Yeah, because he had that Elekid from the start. It was a good battle. One thing that really kind of blows for the anime is sometimes Pokemon survive longer than they should for the sake of, some other reason. Like, you remember that Tauros that Ash caught in a banned episode that you didn't see on TV? That Tauros got a single kill under its belt in an Indigo League, and then it immediately died in one hit. It's like you see these Pokemon go at it for so many different moves, right? And they're just taking a goddamn beating over and over. And then finally, one of them comes out on top. And then the next Pokemon comes out, gets one hit, and then it's done. That's the end of the fight. And it's done. Got that. Yeah, I pre-ordered the Marissa. I pre-ordered the Marissa and I have a Reimu as well, so I'll have both of those too. Sometime this year, I hope. Here comes Notori. Show. There are a few banned episodes. It was the one, yeah, the one where James had cleavage. That one ended up getting censored and then put on the air eventually. There were a few that were pulled off the air for a little bit because of current events. Like the episode where they go to Lavender Tower, and an episode where a giant tentacruel destroys a city. You know, the one that's in the opening. Those ones were delayed from viewing. There's, of course, Electric Soldier Porygon. We all know that one. That one's too infamous to forget. Yeah, some of them just got delayed. There were the Jinx episode. There was a Jinx episode that got banned as well. I don't know if that one ever came back when Jinx's color got swapped. She's wind. Yeah, why not? The Tentacruel was big, yeah, and there was like this old lady with a bazooka. Oh, there was the Safari Zone episode where there was ridiculous overuse of guns. The most interesting thing about that episode is the fact that that is the episode where Ash caught his Tauros. So because, as I was saying, he got a Tauros in a banned episode, so no one saw it in English, so then Ash just randomly had a Tauros when he reached the Indigo Plateau. And did you know he actually caught like 28 to 30 Tauros? He used every single one of his balls, the Safari balls, on Tauros, so he had a whole herd of them that he sent over to Professor Oak. Okay, here we are. Oh, it's Diglett's Cave. 30 Tauros. There's Letty. I can't run? What? That's unbelievable. The latest banned episode I can remember... The latest banned episode I can remember is it was in Generation 6, actually. I remember this because I was watching it around the time it was airing, and they had a preview for the next episode, and it involved Dragalge and Skrelp and a sunken ship. But when I clicked the next episode, it wasn't that, and I was like, what was going on here? So I looked into it, and it turns out that around the time that one was set to air, an actual, like, ship had sunk. I don't remember the exact details of it, but basically it was one of those cases similar to the Tower episodes where current events made it feel a bit insensitive, so they delayed it, and they didn't bother showing it, and I don't know if that episode ever kind of ended up getting shown at all. I think it was episode 24 of X and Y. It involved Dragalge and Skrelp. A boat accident. That's probably what it was. I don't remember the exact details of it. But I think that's the latest one. That's the latest banned episode we've seen. And we haven't had one since. Speaking of boat episodes, chat, remember the episode in the original? In Sun and Moon, Ash cosplays as Passimian. It didn't air in the US. That's the latest banned episode. Oh, really? What the fuck? Alright, sure. Okay, yeah, that's definitely... What? I mean, I get it. I kind of get it. Sort of. I can see the implications. But that seems kind of silly. But whatever. Oh, I see. Yep. I see what it is. Yeah, there was the episode with the SS Anne in the original anime where they're on the SS Anne and the fucking thing sinks. Can you believe that? The ship sunk with them and Team Rocket on it, and like, all right, we're on a cruiser at the bottom of the ocean, and I remember the way that episode ends too. It's like our heroes are trapped in this cruiser under the ocean, and they're unconscious. Will they survive? Tune in next week. And it's like, what? What do you mean? I will say though that the original Pokemon had the highest audience rating of all the different series. It was actually E10. The original Pokemon series was rated E10 for, you know, they had some mature humor. Chat, do you remember the episode where they went to the Pokemon Academy and that dude showed a picture of the last to Ash and Brock said, "She can violate my rights any day." The fuck was that, Brock? Why would you say that? I fucking love Brock. I don't understand why he would say that. And then you had the, you remember the guy who had the sand shrew? The sand shrew! I fucking love that guy, too. It's like, alright, sand shrew, back in the water! And Ash is like, no, you can't do that, you're raising your Pokemon wrong! And he, like, tackles him into the pool, into the pond. Whatever it is. They're wearing fucking, they're wearing weird suits. Remember when Ash kissed a Pokemon? No. I guess he did that in Pokemon Heroes, didn't he? There's a little bit of Brock in all of us. That's why Brock was so popular. I heard that Brock was removed from the anime for Tracy. Oh, fucking Tracy. Because they were worried that he was offensive, or that the Western audience didn't like him. I don't really know what that was about, but yeah, I'm sure you can imagine that after 30 episodes of Tracy, when the Orange Islands was done, Tracy was gone. He started sketching things elsewhere, and then Brock came back. Yeah, he tried. That's actually one of the biggest mysteries of Pokemon lore. Right next to what happened to the GS Ball is what happened to Brock at Professor Ivy's lab. Because Brock comes back, right? Brock comes back, and Ash and Misty are like, what happened with Professor Ivy? And he's like, I don't want to talk about it. And then they never talk about it. They just never talk about it. That's it. And that's the last you ever hear of Professor Ivy. I kind of feel bad for the man. He tried to play his game. The Brock game. Chat, you know that Brock has actually been the object of affection for a couple different characters at this point. But none of them he really reciprocated feelings for. Except one. Did you know, chat, that the Pike Queen, Lucy, has a thing for those eyes that Brock has? Because she's a Cyndaquil and a Makuhita. She is totally into that eye thing. And you know what? I can respect that. And she's totally into it. And Brock is totally into her, too. No, Brock is into her. Do you know why nothing came of it? Because Max, the greatest character to ever appear in anime history. Max. I hate that character. More than Tracy. Max cock-blocked him. Max 100% cock-blocked him. He was like Brock was hitting on her, and she was totally into it. And he was like, come on, Brock, she's not into you. Get over yourself. And then they leave, and it's like, oh, wait a minute. Actually, Lucy was totally into him. And if you, chat, I don't mean to go full on, you know, but if you're looking at Lucy, you're probably thinking the same thing old Brocco was, you know? You know what I'm saying? You get it? Brock does get a... Wait, Brock gets a girlfriend in Sun and Moon with Olivia? Oh, hold on. Alright, well, I think I know what I need to spend my Sunday doing now. I haven't watched Sun and Moon at all. The only thing about Sun and Moon I really know is there was an episode where a Stoutland dies of old age, and it's like, damn, this is really hard to watch, isn't it? I know that Olivia was single in the games, and she often complained that she couldn't find a boyfriend. So, you know what? I'm happy for Brock. I'm happy for Brock. The running gag was funny when one of his Pokemon did it, but when Max did it, it was just lame. Krogunk was a dickhead. An absolute dickhead. What a bastard. It just poison jab him in the gut and drag him away. Lucy is a huge bitch in the game. I don't remember her personality in the game. But you gotta remember, anime personalities are different. Look at Claire. Claire is a massive bitch in the games, but she's pretty relaxed in the anime. Lucy's very quiet in the anime, from what I remember. She doesn't do much. She doesn't really say much. I also want to watch, I also need to see Guzzlord in all its glory. Lucy's really unhappy when you winning and reluctantly gives you her symbol. I mean, yeah. But Whitney cries and doesn't give you her badge. And Claire tells you that she won't give you the badge unless you're accepted by a couple of old farts in a cave. I don't understand what happened with Guzzlord. So the reason that was explained to me was Guzzlord's Japanese name is like a Katz King or something, right? So when you think about it like that, it just screams ah because it's just the first letter of its name. Okay. That makes sense to me. I can buy that. But imagine being in the recording booth and just be like, alright, how do I do this Pokemon's cry? Just scream. Scream? Just scream. Alright. Ah! Yeah, like that. Like that, but more effort. Like you just stubbed your pinky toe. You stepped on Lego and then stubbed your pinky toe at the same time. Scream like that, and then that's how Guzzlord began. There are compilations of him just screaming, and it's fantastic. My favorite one is when they're in the ruins and he falls to the floor and he's just like, ah! What a fucking concoction. Shout out to Mark Swint, Guzzlord's BA. Wasn't it a different voice? Isn't it a different voice in English? I don't know what the English one sounds like. Alright, show is level 32, so now I can use the speed, Which one's the speed one again? Technical, defense, it's green, yeah? Green was the first one I got, so it should be up here. What? Oh, there it is. That's supporting. No, what? Yellow. It's the yellow one. Mark's one is the English VA. I've only heard the Japanese one. Alright, it's the yellow one, not the green one. Just make a save just in case. Draws agility. Yeah. Wait, what? Chat, what? I thought you said show what? It won't have any effect. Chat lied. Was it S show? What show was it? Not the red shard. Was it technical show? I'm gonna assume it's technical show. I'm gonna need some confirmation here. Still close to Fuchsia, yeah. That Beware basically acts as the blast off for Team Rocket. Whenever Team Rocket's about to lose, or even sometimes when they're about to win, the Beware just... The Beware has literally run across the ocean to grab them and bring them back to its nest. No, I'm pretty sure it was the technical one, cause... So I guess we'll give her the technical one. It'll turn her into a Beast Wind type. I hope so. These things aren't cheap, you know. Beware body bag Pheromosa. I heard that they had a fight, yeah, but I haven't seen it. She's turned into a tiger. So yeah, no, this should be the right one. So it should be Beast Wind type, because she's now Tiger. Hasty, yep. Oh, she's Faith Beast. She's not Wind. Uh-oh, that's not good. I don't have a Wind type. So she's a special attacker still. How weird. Remy was Wind. No, Remy's Dark Flying. I was told that she would be Beast Wind, not Faith Beast. Only level up show stays Wind. Yeah, I know that much, but I wanted to go with T-Show because T-Show, my show has a speed beneficial nature, so I went in for that. Well, I'll keep her. I'm gonna keep her. She'll be fine. She'll do her job. Alright, let's put Remy in the front. Wind is electric. Remember it like that. I just tried to go down. People want to see Show fall. Unbelievable. I don't even know what Faith is good against. I think Wind would have been better, to be honest, because I don't have a native type either. Shit. Show gets a lot of shit. Heart. Or dark. I don't remember with you. Oh, let's try her out, I guess. Ooh, I like the back sprite. She's embraced her inner tiger. Thunder Punch! That's mediocre. We'll go with that. Faith, if I remember correctly, Faith is like Dragon in that it resists fire, water, and native, right? So that'll offset the beast weaknesses at least. Oh, decision was good against that. All right. We got wars going on here. Sho does her best on a daily basis, but she gets not nearly as much screen time as every other character in Byakuden's little posse. Which is bullshit. Because Sho's the coolest. She's a goddamn tiger. Alright. We'll keep going. Yeah, Sho's existence is pretty much the only reason that, a big reason that the Myoden Temple gets any real traction of visitors. Notori and Hina. Spin Kappa. Spin Kappa is their group in M1. They've done 2 skits on 2 different M1s now, and they're very, very good. I highly recommend you check them out. I'm only dark right now. Hina's poison. Yeah, fuck it. Let's beat her up. Oh, that sucks. That's fine. I have wings, but I am not a flying type yet. Well, this is mean-spirited. I still haven't watched the 10th one yet. Probably checked. I want to check that out on Sunday last time. I didn't really get to do anything last night. I had to make 5 thumbnails, chat. Oh, I'm a busy boy. But I did them. I got them. I got the 3 things we did on Wednesday out, and I'm gonna put up. I'll be putting up the. What do you call it? The next part of A Live and whatever I did after that. I can't even remember now. God, I'm getting old. Oh, I'm getting old. What the fuck did I play yesterday? Right, Rosencruz. I watched a speedrun of that. That was sick. That was a pretty sick speed run, I gotta say. They beat it in 34 minutes. Me? Gongaga. No, I beat it in like 4 hours. So I'm saying I'm on pace. I'd say I'm on pace for a good record. Damn it. Second game eventually. I don't know. I don't even know what the fuck Gongaga is, but ever since Vinny started resurfacing that meme, it keeps appearing on my recommendeds tab. It's just like a fucking 13-second clip of Zack, and it says Gongaga. It's from 9 years ago. It's a Crisis Core meme. I know, but I don't get it. I don't understand. I watched the original video, but it's so confusing. But like most memes, it's just stupid fun anyway. Oh my, what is this? Ew. Oh god, there's 4 of them. I don't remember this route at all clearly, if that's how they're actually positioned in the real game. Insanity. I gotta sneeze. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, here it comes. You know when you acknowledge a sneeze, it gets stage fright and disappears? Now watch, as I'm gonna get blindsided by it later. They look in different directions of the actual game. Oh, remember. If there's anything I'm not familiar with, it's the layout of water routes, because I hate them. What? Oh, whoops. I'll get the... why not? Free XP. Free XP. Alright. Swimming's great, sunburns aren't. Get that right. That's why the solution is to never go out in the sun. Swimmer Alice. Oh no! No, not here too! I hate water routes, so why is Emerald my favorite Pokemon game? Because Emerald is a fantastic game, despite the water routes. The water routes, however, I do agree, I do not like them. I know not everybody has too much issue with them. Personally, I think the diving stuff is cool, but not really my favorite. Very mazy. You want to talk about mazy? Let's talk about the route between Slateport and Pacifilog, the one that gets you to the sealed chamber. That route is ass. Caves are annoying too, for sure. But I think caves are less annoying than water. That route is very cock. Yeah. The one with the one-way tiles. You pretty much have to guess until you get it right. And there's a bunch of trainers and items and stuff. You barely get any wild encounters because most of it is just automated current that you can't deal with. Ahoy there. I can't wait to never have to fight another swimmer ever again, because I am getting so sick of fighting the same water types. Alright, points for you for being a little bit original here. Fuck it. You can fish there for Horsey. Horsey's cool, but you can't get Kingdra, so it's not as cool. I don't remember how to get to the sealed chamber. That said, I'm looking forward to I want to do Touhou Purple, which is basically this but Emerald. I want to see some of the stuff there. Wait, Chieri. Oh, interesting. But that won't be till after I do Emerald Kaizo, which... Can't wait to do Emerald Kaizo. Too bad there's no more Kaizo games. You know, I don't think, I think a Gen 4 Kaizo would be cool. But to be honest with you, I I truly do not think that a Gen 5 Kaizo would be good. And here's my reasoning for that. Gen 5 Kaizo tends to utilize the best strategies in competitive for the later Pokemon, the later teams, right? Meta in Gen 5 was 100% weather. Every single trainer's team is basically going to end up being a rain team, which is just really boring. It's like, oh, there's the Politoed, oh, there's the permanent rain, and now you have to deal with that for the whole fight, and that's just not fun. You can't just beat a rain team. You need to prepare to beat a rain team. The only good thing about Gen 5 is the music and sprites. I wouldn't say that's the only thing. Personally, I don't like the competitive aspect of Gen 5, but I love the music, I love the sprite work, and I actually like the Gen 5 story a lot. Some of the Pokemon are goofy, but they also went overly ambitious and decided to make it an entirely original dex, which they then allowed other Pokemon to show up in Black and White too, so they fixed that aspect. Forgotten the story? I really like the story, personally. I think it's one of the best stories in Pokemon. And to be fair, it's not really much of anything in the grand scheme of things. It's still a Pokemon story, but I like it. I like Gen 5. I think Black and White 2 might be one of my favorite Pokemon games. Which is interesting, because I'm sure not a lot of people share that sentiment. One of my favorite themes in Pokemon is the theme for the Celestial Tower / Dragon Spiral Tower / Giant Chasm. I absolutely love that theme. It's super peaceful. Ghetsis is also one of the most bad guys I've ever seen, to be honest with you. He's just straight up an asshole. He's full-on evil through and through. There we go. You ruined the theme by hearing Dennis. His theme is so intimidating. That's what makes it awesome. Even in the Rainbow Rocket episode, he actually, in the Rainbow Rocket episode, when you beat Ghetsis, he loses the battle, and he actually takes Lily hostage. And he's like, alright, you're gonna fuck off, and nothing happens to the girl. But then Colress shows up, and Colress is like, alright, I know you ain't the Ghetsis that I know, but I hate your guts. And then banishes him. So, that's pretty sick. I'm not huge on the Lysander fight. I think he has great music, but he just kind of shows up and he's wearing like night vision goggles and he's got like Dr. Octavius arms. And that, for some reason, is supposed to make him a better battler, and I don't really get what's going on with that. Oh, I might die to that. Nah, I'm okay. Gym feet with the Dryono hacks, I still love it. I don't know what that is. I do not know what that is. I feel like I've heard that name before, though. I like difficulty hacks. Because they're cool. I know Christian's playing Soul Silver right now, which is a harder version of, I assume, Soul Silver. Wait, the fuck was it called again? He's playing Silver something. The dude that makes the Dex difficulty hacks. I've never heard of him. Dryono's one of the most well-regarded Pokemon. Really? I've never heard of him. Storm Silver, right? Storm Silver. That's the one. Yeah, it's like harder Soul Silver. Those would be cool to check out. Storm Silver, Christian's playing, the same guy made it. Okay, well, I didn't know this. I've pretty much just been playing traditional Pogies with twists. But I'd love to do a difficulty hack. What other ones does he have? Crystal Clear. Well, Crystal Clear isn't made by Drano. Crystal Clear is made by someone else, and that game is fantastic as well. No, I'm still okay with what I'm doing. We'll just go back down to the group. The Shockmaster. Level 10. Free XP. Free XP. My leg! He's gonna drown, and I can't do anything for him because he doesn't have a flying type. He has 1 for Fire Red and Gen 5 games and auras. Ooh. Wait, auras? Really? Auras. Huh. Wire Punch Juno. What's the Gen V one? I would love an excuse to play Gen 5. Is it Black and White 1 or Black and White 2? I also made Renegade I don't know what that is either. And I'm definitely out of the loop here. Bolt. Blaze Black and Bolt White. Wait. What do you mean both? What do you mean both? What do you mean both? So, you can apply it to both Black and White and Black and White 2? Oh, no, I see. He made one for White and 2. Oh. I see. What do they do exactly? Obviously, they probably don't change the story, right? Like, what exactly entails does his enhancements entail? I'm curious. Dex/difficulty. So just a good quality of life upgrade. Every gym leader has 6 Pokemon. All Pokemon are available. Changes the Pogies. Oh, that's good. That's good. Self-contained, all 649 updates teams. That's super nice to hear. Yeah, that sounds like a good time. I'll look into that myself for sure. But then comes the hard question, chat. The hard question: do I do Black and White 1 or do I do Black and White 2? Because I haven't played Black and White 1 in years. Every replay I've ever done of Gen 5 has been through Black and White 2. Plays Black and Bolt White at least. Change the battle formats for Gym Leader with doubles, triples, and... Ew! Ew, I hate rotation battles and triple battles! Rotation battles are just gross. Nasty ass fighting. Play 1 first, then play 2 a few months after that. That's a good idea. And I guess I could cycle them. I played Pokemon White, and I played Pokemon White 2, so I guess I can play Pokemon Black 2. I played triple battles with my friend, but my friend was a bit of an asshole. So one time I brought a team of Galvantula, Dugong, and Arcanine. Yes, I know, a very stellar lineup of high-tier threats. And he brought Aerodactyl, Espeon, and Vaporeon, and he used Helping Hand with both of his evolutions. And then his Aerodactyl in the middle used Rock Gem boosted Rock Slide. Took half my team out in 1 turn. And I was like, why are you doing this to me? I couldn't outspeed it, man. It's fucking Aerodactyl. And then anytime I did live it, I flinched. It's bullshit. That's mean. I got outplayed. I just straight up got outplayed. I was like, oh well. I managed to send out the 3 types in the game that are all weak to rock. Bug, fire, and ice. And I just died. You gotta remember something, chat. In Gen 5, there were these items called the gems. And what the gems were they were a one-time use item that increased the power of the move of the type in question by 50%. Now, allow me to explain something. There is a move in Gen 5 called Acrobatics. It has 55 base power, and it doubles in base power if the user is not holding an item. If you use Acrobatic with a Flying Gem, the Flying Gem will activate, increase the power of your Acrobatics. Before damage calculation is applied, which means that acrobatics will now double in power as you are no longer holding an item. So that meant that some Pokemon would just instantly murder you with an overcharged acrobatics. And then it would make their stab acrobatics be even stronger as a result, even after they lose the boost of the gem. It was really silly. It was also even funnier if you had Unburden. Chat, could you imagine if Flying Gem existed in Gen 2 or Gen 6 with Hawlucha and Unburden? How fucking stupid that would be. That thing would just guarantee a kill and then double its speed and go apeshit all over the place. How would you stop it? Yeah, so gems were broken. But here's the most interesting part about gems. The gems were all removed in later games, except the normal gem. The normal gem was the only one that was allowed to survive. However, every single gem in the game got a power reduction to 30% as opposed to 50%. Even the gems that could not be legally obtained, because I'm pretty sure you could still hack in the other gems, but they made it so all of them had a power reduction behind them, which was good. But only the normal gem was allowed to survive, which admittedly I got used to because I used a normal gem Pyroar before. Did it work? I don't remember. The gems were a neat idea. There was even a fairy gem. Yeah, they made a fairy gem. But they I guess maybe it was a late thing in development. Like they were already working on it. Because I imagine making an item is not the most intensive on your resources, right? So they made the items, and then they got the feedback like, hey, these gems are kind of bad. Because the thing that happens is, with these kind of games, is that once the game comes out, they kind of just immediately start working on the next game. Like, for those of you that don't know, Greninja is a character in Smash 4, and Smash Ultimate, of course. Greninja as a character was, confirmed to be a character in Smash 4 before X and Y, came out, or even, existed, while they were in development. So, the fact that Greninja was so widely popular, and then he was included in Smash, is coincidence. I mean, to be honest, I could have expected a Pokemon like Greninja getting really popular. It's a fucking frog ninja. And it's really good. It's one of the best starters ever made. But yeah, that character was set in stone before X and Y even came out, so they definitely worked out well with that. Thought he was popular from the anime? No. Well, he was popular because he was a big part of the anime as well, but Greninja is arguably the best starter to ever have come out for competitive. It's incredibly fast, has great special attack, has a fantastic move pool, and it has one of the best abilities in Protean. And it's a it's a frog ninja. It's so cool. Cinderace's not an S Ultimate yet? No, be careful there. Be careful when you say that, because we're getting an ARMS character first. Sometime next month. Protean's a busted ability. Greninja... Once Greninja got the access to move tutors and could learn Gunk Shot, I'm pretty sure it got... Did it get moved to Ubers, chat? I can't remember. I know it's not in Ubers anymore, even though Ash Greninja now exists. Ash Greninja has a locked nature, so you can't get a speed boost in nature with it. So that's pretty neat. But if I remember correctly, once Greninja obtained access to Gunk Shot, its only checks in fairy types were pretty much negligible. So there was no Pokemon that could actively, counter a Greninja. Greninja was Ubers in Gen 6 or 7. Okay, I was right then. Because it was when Auras came out, because it could get Gunk Shot. And because the thing is, even if Gunk Shot missed, it changed your type to Poison, which meant you had a favorable matchup against Fairy types, again anyway. Because Fairies didn't coverage for that. Carry coverage for that. They just kind of... They dipped out. Some Fairies could learn Psychic, sure, but that wasn't really an option. Because usually if you're sitting there in front of a Greninja that just missed its Gunk Shot, well, that means you stayed in on a Greninja that attempted to use Gunk Shot on you. That would have killed you if it worked. Alright. Look, Cinderace could happen. It's possible. An ARMS character is happening first. Maybe Paper Mario because of the new Paper Mario game coming out. We'll see. We'll see. Just wanted Sobble to be cool. Sobble's biggest issue is that the arm to body to hand ratio on Inteleon is very awkward looking. Like, Inteleon could be so cool if it didn't look the way it did. Paper Mario as a character could be cool because Paper Mario has a bunch of abilities he's gotten through the paper games themselves. Yeah, Paper Mario. He's got yaoi hands. Gross. Paper Mario, his latest ability is to get super swole and turn his arms into Springman. Chat. Hold on. Paper Mario's new ability is he folds his arms, and they kind of look like a spring, right? So you could arguably say that he is currently Springman, which technically makes him an ARMS character, right? So, I'm just saying, maybe the ARMS character we're getting is not the kind of ARMS character we're all thinking. It's just Swole Mario. That's it. I'm more surprised why they showed up Mario wearing Samus helmet, not some Zelda things. Because Metroid 4. Or Metroid Prime 4, remember? They wanted to remind us that that is an IP they didn't forget about and are currently working on. Why do you think Donkey Kong's also in the frame? So you wouldn't forget about him. Why do you think Cat and Falcon's not in the frame? So you'd never remember him. But also Breath of the Wild 2. Well, that game's gonna take a long time. Prime 4 in 3 years? That's optimistic. Did you know Pikmin 4 has been known to the public since before the Switch even came out? It's even in the Twitch directory. Cat and Falcon is a Smash character. I hate that you're right. I don't have as much emotional attachment as others they do to F-Zero, but it definitely is a feel-bad moment when you realize that there have been more... Cat and Falcon has appeared in more Smash games than F-Zero games. Shin Megami Tensei 5? I'm sorry, but that will never happen. Shin Megami Tensei 5 decades. And I'll tell you why it's not happening, because there's this little game called Persona that currently has the entire world by storm. So they're gonna continue creating Babby game. It's been announced though. Shh, so is Pikmin 4. So is Pikmin 4. Persona SMT? More like Persona SMH. Da 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 da. I remember when Fire Emblem Cross SMT was supposed to... That was a thing that was talked about. Like, it appeared on a list of titles that were going to show up on the Wii U. And then no one ever talked about it. Ever. And then eventually Tokyo Mirage Sessions appeared and we're like, hey, here's the game that was that crossover. And then there was, like, no marketing for it at all. It just kind of came out. And then it got a Switch port, which is pretty cool, because I hear the game's actually not that bad. Still salty. Yeah, I think when people heard that it was going to be a crossover between those two series, they thought it was going to be like a war game. A really cool war game. But instead they got... Well, they got Crom. Looking like that. Just kind of came out on Switch. Well, at least it's not a bad game. I don't think it's anything super special, but, you know. Nobody really talked about it still. Kind of like Mystery Dungeon DX. Mystery Dungeon DX was a big deal when it was announced. And it came out, it did well. I've been told by my friends that play it that it was good, it was a solid game, and they enjoyed it. But, like, it didn't break any records. It didn't really do anything too super, I guess, which is fine. To be honest, I'd much rather a moderate reception to a remake of a beloved franchise than a negative one, because a negative one is, well, we've seen it. We've seen this all before. We've all been here long enough to know how this shit goes. I was really excited for DX, but there were a lot of things in the game that I didn't really agree with to be changed, and ultimately I decided I didn't want it. Well, I never got it. Christian played it. Christian had fun with it. A couple of my friends played it, had fun with it. And that's fine by me. It's not like Animal Crossing, where Animal Crossing currently controls the world because there's nothing we can do. People are hosting talk shows in Animal Crossing, which is kind of weird, but kind of neat as well. Really utilizing the platform. Gotta admit that. I wanted DX to do well because because what happens with Nintendo is Nintendo will release not IPs. They'll release more games and series, and then they won't do that well, and they'll just blame the fans for it. They won't blame their own abilities or own like decision making. They'll just say, "Oh, I guess the fans don't want it anymore. This isn't what they want." One thing I was really worried about with DX was the fact that the trailer opens up by pandering to nostalgia. And I was worried it was going to be like super dumbed down easy mode, which is like, don't pander to nostalgia, make the game easy, and then have people talk about how it's not. It's more so the criticisms that usually come from like Pokemon games, where it's like, oh, you're not the target audience anymore. All right, yeah, you're right. It's fine. I get it. Pokemon Sword and Shield are easier. I'm an old fart, and that's all there is to it. That's perfectly fine. But DX appealed to the people who played the originals 15 years ago. If you want to tell me the game was made for the babbies, then they wouldn't appeal to nostalgia. And if they were just appealing to nostalgia for sales, that's pretty scummy. So I gotta imagine they didn't do that. Some parts in DX were even harder. I heard Western Cave got a size reduction, but that's about it. People having weddings in Animal Crossing. Man, I haven't touched Animal Crossing in almost a week now. I gotta hand it to people who can just do anything in there. It's crazy. I get bored real fast when I don't have anything to do. Like, I'm not building my island. The eggs, okay, the eggs was one of the worst ideas ever, which probably turned away a lot of people. But no, I don't want to customize my island. I don't care enough. So I don't really do anything at all. So I don't really keep it on that long, and then it's just like, ah, well. I had my fun with it, though. I don't regret buying it. I really don't. But I just don't do anything in it to really warrant the amount of time I put into it. Especially since I do other things. Making thumbnails takes a while, and then I relax, and then I wake up late, and I don't play late at night. And a lot of factors that come into play here, for sure. Alright. As lazy as I am, Chad, I do some work for the channel, which is, you know, that kind of thing is usually rewarded. Through self-satisfaction more than anything. Alright, well that's everything. I could do the Seafoam Islands right now, but I think at this point I'm gonna head to Silphco. Let's head to Silphco now. See if we can at least get to the rival or something, because we're approaching 2 hours. We get another hour in me. The dojo? I think I'd rather do Silphco first, because I know I'm not gonna use the pogies at the dojo. So I can probably do a lot of Silphco in an hour. At least get a battle with somebody of importance, like the rival or something, or even Giovanni. Part of me doubts that, though. Let's see if it's even open. There's a chance it's not. No, he's out of the way. Yep. Okay. What's the Silphco music? This is New Ace theme. New Ace theme combined with Silphco. Oh, that's so good. Oh my god, that's incredible. I'm just getting this guy out of the way first because I know he's up here. That's a really, really good theme. Oh my god. Oh, speaking of music though, chat, did you see Akatsuki Records put out another PV for Bloody Darkness? And I don't know. Here's what I don't know. I listened to it. I can't tell if it's good. It's really weird. I listened to it, right? And it really hit me. It impacted me. It sounded cool. But the thing about Akatsuki Records, I find, is that when I give them the first listen, I think that was weird. But then when I listen to it again, I'm like, alright, I'm jamming. I'm bumping. We're going at it. That's what ends up happening to me with their stuff. It was... So, I'm pretty sure it was good. I had a positive reaction to it. But it's just so weird. They're so unique sometimes with their style, what they do. And like when I first listened to Hani Paganda, I thought it was really fucking weird. But I listened to it again, and now it's like, oh, that's a banger right there. Same with Hinduism. Hinduism is fantastic. But it took a couple listens before I could really, like, get into it. I think the only one... No, not even. Because one of my favorites from them is Eternal Summer. I love that one. But on the first listen, I was like, that was good, right? Like, that sounded pretty good. I'm going to listen to it again. And I did. I was like, yeah, this song is absolutely fantastic. Their stuff is great. I don't think Akatsuki Records ever made anything bad. The English is a little off-putting. Sometimes, yeah. I think that's what it is. Sometimes the English kind of hits ya. But sometimes it's done well. Personally, in Necromantic, I like the way that Stack says Necromantic. I think that's funny. And I want to see you die. Like, cause you can tell she's trying. She's really trying. What famous songs do they do? I don't actually know. I don't know if Akatsuki Records has hit a really, really big, like, fame bomb. I guess Necromantic is doing really well for itself right now. Sometimes the English is really good. Sometimes. Chad, did you know that Liz Triangle did they're the ones that made Who Killed You and Owen? Cause I heard of that one before. And I was like, oh, okay, I know this song. But it turned out it was Liz Triangle who made it, and they've since disbanded, which is unfortunate. So that was their biggest contribution. Soundholic's biggest contribution was I would say Grip and Breakdown is probably their most popular one. She's beast. Oh, she can actually really kill her. Sort of. Maybe? Probably. Probably not, actually. She has steel moves. Like, I checked, I found Soundholic's album, the one with Grip and Breakdown on it. Because, by the way, the same album that has Grip and Breakdown also has Priere, my personal favorite. But when I checked the iTunes page, the only song with any rating was Grip and Breakdown. And Grip and Breakdown is perfectly fine, don't get me wrong. But I'm not huge on Electric. I'm really not. Kogasa. Kogasa's Ghost. Most viewed PV from Akatsuki Records is actually one from Mai and Satono. The Crazy Backup Dancers one? I haven't listened to that one yet. I've only listened to their most... The newest... The oldest one I've listened to at this point is the one with Kogasa on it. Azure Drop, I believe it's called, when you translate it. It's really good, though. It's really, really good. I love the chorus. I have no idea how Stack hits those notes. And, like, she just doesn't even tongue twister herself. Like, if you've listened to the song, you know the point, the chorus I'm talking about. It's amazing how she nails those lines and does not trip over her own tongue. I imagine it took a couple takes, but it rolls really well. Even though it sounds like gibberish to me. And the song I played at the beginning of the stream, Masked Spark, which is done by Kazuya Cell. I don't know much about them, but they seem to be a lot smaller. Or a lot less known. The Shinro Basho, as well, I know those. Felt was one I definitely listened to a lot of. Kasume's Fire Water. I'll see what go. Why not? Get sick of a lot of EOSD track remixes. I get why it's overdone, but still, I can understand that. Most of the really popular ones are from back in the days where that was like the newest, if not like the second newest game. Because EOSD had the most time to really bloom, because it was the first return to form, right? So that's all people had to work with. Don't know. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Blood Dark, it's weird. But the thing about Akatsuki Records is you gotta listen to it more than once. You gotta listen to it twice, and then you can form the opinion on it. Because I every single song I've listened to, I had slight hesitation on the first listen, and then I went back and I was like, yeah, that's dope. That's a good one. I'm currently poisoned. Help me, Squirtle. I've never really gotten sick of a song, personally. I enjoy them all. I really do. Necromantic was stuck in my head instantly, though. Yeah, I thought that one was weird, personally, but then I listened to it again and I was like, yeah, that's a banger. I think the only one that really didn't hit me that way was the Cool Breeze of Summer. Cool Breeze of Summer, and Azure Raindrop, the Kogasa one I was talking about. Found out about the remix of Bad Apple from Has-Been Hotel video someone did. It really be the most unlikely of places, huh? Sometimes I wonder how much Touhou stuff I ended up inadvertently seeing way back before I even knew what the fuck it was. Because it seems like back in the day, Chirno would be a hard character to miss. But I didn't know anything about Touhou, so maybe I just overlooked things. I definitely remember one of the earliest things I ever did with involving Touhou was trying to figure out what anime it's from. That's right. I did that, chat. I did that. I tried. It looked good, and I was like, I just assumed that it had to be an anime because it got so much incredible fan art, and I've never heard of I've never heard of it. It wasn't a video game series over here, so I thought it must have been an anime, right? Well, I guess we were all wrong. We were all wrong, but that's okay. We all learned. We all learned, and now here we are. Fun fact about Dimatori, actually, I've heard his mix of Necrophantasia and Plain Asia before I even knew what they were. Like, I had heard his mix of Plain Asia, and then when I actually played Touhou 8 myself and I got to Kane, whatever the fuck you pronounce your name as, I'm never gonna get that right. When I finally got to her and I heard Plain Asia play, and I was like, I actually know this song. Why do I know this game? I hope Reisen evolves soon. I'm getting sick of this. Get sick of this. Maybe I should have stayed in and just pressed surf. Dev, why am I missing? Channel Day of 2009. 9-9, yeah. Last year was 9-9-19. She'll evolve eventually. But really, it just depends on what her stat line looks like, whether or not I kind of hang on to her. The starters should get good. I expect another Chirno Jam on the next September 9th. I enjoyed that. Oh right, Dark doesn't affect Ghost. Go Flashy. Am I dead? Touhou Jam 6 soon. Nice. Chat. I remember that game I played. What was it? Chirno's Perfect Summer Vacation. The one that drove me to drink. You remember that abomination of a Chirno we saw that was like a mixture of all the different parts? I found the artist for that, and he does a bunch of SMT-esque monsters with SMT-esque creatures with Touhou motifs, and they're incredibly well done. They look fantastic. They were freaky as shit. They were super cool. I don't remember the name of the artist. But yeah, I looked it up after the fact because I was like, this is just so confusing. But it didn't look like the person who made that game had created that as an original asset. I knew they had to have gotten it from somewhere, so I had to find it. I can't remember his name. Is it Mazeron? I don't know. I remember I looked at his Pixiv though. No, it was really cool. It was a cool piece of artwork, especially when you look at the rest of their stuff, but it was so out of place that I was like, you had to have taken that from somewhere, and I couldn't like wrap my head around it. It is Mazeron? Nice. We linked the source. Yeah, you're right. You linked me the source. You gotta remember, chat, that I spent like 20 minutes on that game and I downed an entire bottle of Mud Shake because every single time I read a line, I felt like I needed a drink. No, that was an adventure. It was fine though. It was fine for what it is. I'm not in the business of. I don't want to be in the business of making fun of people for trying their hardest on something, because that's just disrespectful. People go out of their way to make something for the internet, and I mean it's out there for criticism. That's how it goes. But just needlessly mocking things is just rude. And you don't want to discourage people from working on things. You really don't. I want people to work on things, and sometimes you're gonna take beatings. But if you can grow from that, you can grow from that. But I don't want to be part of the beatings, you know. I don't want to laugh at someone's earnest effort. I will laugh at you if you make a blatant ripoff that tries to scam money from people. But if you're just trying to make something of a series you like, that you enjoy, then I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You'll have your hiccups, you'll hit your bumps, all that good stuff. But you're not a bad guy for trying to make something you like. Maze Ram made the 1217 cast. We'll make a ham-fisted rip-off. Well, if it's free, then if it's free, well, you're still up for criticism. You can't avoid that. But people are a lot more harsher when your game is rough and it costed them real money. That's one of the biggest things. Price is always a factor, and that's unavoidable. I remember the Metal Gear Solid 5 demo. That demo disc was $40, and people were livid over that. Like, the game was good, the demo was good, but it was $40 for a fucking demo disc. You can buy full price games. You can buy games that have more content than that for cheaper. That's one of the big reasons No Man's Sky was heavily mocked back when it was. Well, I'll say this because No Man's Sky is a story. The Internet Historian made a really good video on it, 53 minutes long, and he explains how No Man's Sky began, how it went, and where it all went wrong. And I really feel bad for them because at the end of the day, it didn't feel like they did that because they were being sneaky about it, right? Like, oh, Aiden. I don't know what type you are. It wasn't their first game. No, it wasn't. Their first game was Joe Danger. Their second game was Joe Danger 2. Their third game was Joe Danger Mobile, and then they started No Man's Sky. So they had a lot of expectations to fulfill. They made a bunch of promises. They entered a contract deal with Sony, which set in their deadline, and then when the game came out, they just couldn't deliver. Yeah, it's a victim of marketing. They're a team of like 15 with no marketing at all. And what ended up happening was the game came out, it was terrible. And the thing about it is people usually will rip on it because, you know, it had its issues, but it's not fair to rip on Hello Games or anyone on the team, anything like that, because what they did after the game came out, the games made a lot of money. They took that money, they went radio silence, and they just worked on the game. They just worked on it in dead silence. And then every now and again, they started pumping out patches, free updates to fix the things about the game. to really make it a full AAA experience. They even released a free VR update, which every other game that was doing that was making it a full price re-release, which is VR included. And now No Man's Sky has become an amazing experience for many people, and that's great. What happens to us? Anything? It's rarely the fault of the developers. It's true, but there was some partial blame to it in the sense that one of the issues was that they did bite off way more than they could chew. So, because they're an indie developer, right? The biggest issue definitely came from them promising a lot for how little they could deliver in time. But they didn't. I don't think they did it. They didn't do it maliciously. They didn't cut things or like try to weasel in features. They just tried to make as much as possible, and unfortunately, it kind of fell on their face. EA is usually the reason studios close once a game is published under their name and it's not done well, because EA stick their money-grubbing dick in it. They're like, you gotta make it like this or it won't sell, and then they make it exactly like EA wants them to, and then the game does terrible, and they're like, well, I guess you guys are just terrible at games. If I remember correctly, I was talking about this before, Star Citizen, right, yes, that's what it was, thank you. Star Citizen came out, and the game was, I don't know if it was poorly received or it wasn't received favorably, but I seem to recall somebody went to Twitter and made a big stink about it, complaining that your people are never happy. And you know what? He's right. People are never happy. It's not out yet. It's still in some kind of beta. Oh, it must have not been received well in that beta then, because, yeah, as I said, somebody definitely took to Twitter. And you got to be careful who goes to Twitter for this kind of thing. Do you remember the whole fiasco at Fallout 76? With the bags? Again, Internet Historian, great video on that. I recommend checking that out as well. They promised a certain type of cloth on their bags. I forget what it was. Fuck, what was it? I can't remember what it was, but canvas, right. It was canvas bags. Canvas bags they promised, but when the bags came, they were made of some other material. And they were not canvas. And when the marketing department sent out emails, they were like, yes, we know the bags are not what you wanted. We do not plan on doing anything about it. Fuck off. And that was it. That was the end of that. Except it wasn't. Because they're like, why the fuck would you do that? And the thing that made people even more upset was the fact that the canvas bags, they said the canvas bags weren't being produced due to a lack of material. But then people saw that the canvas bags had been shipped out to influencers, and if people already are pretty iffy on influencer culture in general, so I imagine if I made a $200 pre-order and got a shitty bag, and the guy, and the bag I was supposed to get was given to the guy who was not even going to play the game, because him saying good game, yes, will make many more people buy it. That's gonna be some shit. The game is bad. It's such a good video. I love Internet Historian's videos on games. He does such good research. He makes great jokes. He's so good at what he does. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Heartbreak. Alright, this is the Dragon Claw-esque move, yeah? 80, yep. Yeah, this is Dragon Claw. Just get rid of taunt, I guess. He's like the only YouTuber I've ever seen where he has promotions, like he has ad promotions in his videos, but he just takes the piss out of them so hard that it feels like part of the overall skit. Like I'm still not gonna partake in it. You know what's interesting about his Raid Shadow Legends advertisement is that I watched a video before on Raid Shadow Legends. Somebody said that they refused to take the deal because when they offered it to him, they said that he had to follow a very strict script, right? They had to follow a very, very strict script to the T for the promotion. And when you look at the Internet Historian's Raid Shadow Legends promotion, it is so off kilter that like you have to wonder how he got away with that, or if he like if it's even a real, if it's even real. All right. Oh, nice. Well done. So the thing is, I don't know. I can't remember if he actually had a link or anything in there. Might have been given some more freedom due to popularity or some shit. I don't know. Like, pretty much all of his advertisements are shit, very shithead-esque. They're fantastic. I love that guy. It's just a shame. I pretty much watched all his videos now, so like I just have to wait for new stuff to come out every year, bi-yearly. Because, well, again, editing takes work. If you didn't know, a lot of work. So his videos take time. Seems like he does it all on his own too. So one guy being harassed by Raid to the point he notified his lawyers to get ready for a suit. I'll tell you something, chat. Did you know even me, I have been selected by somebody. I keep getting an email telling me to check out a game. I can't remember what the game is. At this point, I'm pretty sure it's a bot that just sends it to me every couple days or so. But they're like, here, check out this game. And I'm like, no thanks, I don't care. But then I get it the next day. I haven't got any emails like Christian does, where it's like, Dear Picaspre Blue, we love your content, and we want you to advertise our game on your channel. We are a big fan. We watch all your videos. It's like the bots don't even try. Do people actually fall for that? I can't imagine they do. One of the worst things I've seen happen is when you have instances where a product or service that you are repping ends up doing something pretty oof. Pretty oof. Like when something bad happens. It's even worse when you try to defend it. I'm keeping Reisen. No, yeah, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it because I don't know if I should. But that was definitely one of them, where that got compromised, and it was like, well, shit. Hope you didn't advertise for them, because now that looks bad. Then you get the people who double down on it too. That's the worst thing you can do, chat. You pretty much lose no matter what, but you always lose harder when you double down. Hey look, Reisen's evolving. Oh, time. Time for Little Bunny to become Big Bunny. Nice. Now I hope her stats are good. Alright, let's see. She's 109 HP. It's pretty good. She's Insomnia now instead of Runaway. She has 100 special attack. That's even higher than Suika. And she's decently fast too, actually. And she's kind of sturdy. No, she's not bad. She's pure heart. Yeah, no. Pretty good. I'm okay with that. So Remy learned Heartbreak, so we can evolve her now too, right? Is Pure Heart gonna help though? Who knows? We're gonna try. So red shard for Remy, right? Alright, here we go. No, I don't have a rainbow shard. I don't know where to get that. So we're just gonna evolve Remy with the red shard. She's gonna get her hat now, chat. Here it comes. Ooh, looks good. Our Emilia. Alright, nice. So let's see. She's up on HP now as well. She's dark flying. And yep, she is above average along the board for sure. Good speed and good attack. A little bit less, no, pretty much equal to Suika. Not as much as Momiji, of course, but she has decent special attack as well that she can run some. She can run some things, but no. Overall, I think that's pretty good. Pretty good. So now at this point, we just need Suiko to evolve, and we're good. Anything else in here? I'll pretty much run through everything again anyway. I need to get level 40 for Suiko to evolve. Oh. Good switch, actually. Suiko's almost there. Her hair is blue, yeah. It's like a lighter blue. Sometimes it's purple, though. I don't know, it's weird. I've seen Remilia with all kinds of different colored hair. I mean, it's purple in Azure Reflections, but in Touhou and then in some other fan works, it's like lighter blue. But I think it's also, I think the artist who does Fairy Wars and also Sengetsu is also drawn Remilia with lighter blue hair. Their rendition of Remilia is actually my favorite. I like the hat they draw for her, and I like the upper portion of her blouse, I guess? I don't really know what it's called, but it like rests on her shoulders. Looks really nice. It's her best iteration of her, I think. What color is Reimu's hair? I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's supposed to be dark brown, but I don't know. Sometimes it's not. Alright, battle me. I'll be right back, chat. I'll be right back. Alright. I apologize a little bit, but at the same time, here's the thing, chat. Here's the thing. I watched a streamer, and they mentioned that they were having extreme bladder pains. And it's probably because they do long speed runs with no breaks in between. I was like, oh shit, that probably sucks. But that's also why I'm not playing that game. You know, if you gotta go, you gotta go. I'm not one for toilet talk. But like, just that kind of thing will accumulate after a while, and it will not be good. So I'd rather take the 15-20 seconds to run than hold it until the point where it hurts. I don't want that to hurt. That is the last part of my body that I want to hurt. I'm sure a lot of people would agree with me. Keeps defense curling. Of course I wash my hands. What do you take me for? A fucking savage? You just gotta do the Armstrong when you flex so hard to get it all out faster so you can get back to gaming. And I'm dead. And you're dead. Alright, show. Time to Thunder Punch. Better out than in, I always say. Is that RuneScape video that Vinny referenced a lot back in the day? I think I know what you're talking about. This dude's playing RuneScape and his mom shows up. He's like, go to the bathroom and take a shit. And the dude's just like, no, mom, no. Well, I'm so go to the bathroom now. You're shitting yourself. It's like, oh, you don't want that to be your reputation. Oh god, that one. Ooh, look at Reisen. She's cool. Does Dark beat Reisen? It does. She's striking the pose, the double guns. You know, when you think about it, Reisen's one of the few characters in Touhou universe who is probably trained for firearms, assuming that's how the moon works. I mean, she has a pseudo handgun, like it's more like a megaphone than anything. JoJo's! Reisen uses gun. You know, she also goes to school by bus. It's a little known factoid. It's important that you know that, though. It's part of the deep lore. Literally firearms. I think that's more... that's more so when Moko does a lariat. Moko does a lariat and sets her arms on fire. That would be a firearm. There are no buses against Tokyo. Ah, that's where you're wrong. Because Reisen goes to school by one. Alright, shoot more dark beams at her. Oh wait, Suoko's dead. I should probably go revive her. I forgot. Whoops. This is great by me. Now that I'm finally strong enough to just... Look at this. Look at this. She's just cleaning up. Pew! One shot, one kill. And Patchy, guess who's gonna die too? A worthy investment. I can't believe they wanted me to bench her. I can't believe I was gonna agree to it. Oh no. I'm dead. I didn't do any damage at all. Oh wait, yeah, Heart's stronger against Reisen than Dark because that's a stab. As in, I'm going to stab. Stabuli. Hey chat, do you think Quakuma has the right to bear arms? Get it? Cause her name's Kuma. Kuma? Kuma means bear. Recollect mana to boost spec. Oh, Calm Mind. Calm Mind. Calm Mind is not bad. What do I want to get rid of? I kind of want to get rid of Flash. Yeah, but I can't. I guess we'll ditch Confuse Ray. Please commit failed death bomb. This is one of those moments where I get hit by the 0 point emote. It was a good joke! I refuse to believe that wasn't a good joke. Alright chat, here's another joke. So a shepherd and his talking dog head out to collect the sheeps, right? So the shepherd sends out his dog to round up the sheeps. The dog rounds up the sheeps, comes back, and tells the shepherd, "There you go. That's all 40 sheeps." To which the shepherd replies, "What? But I only have 37 sheeps." To which the dog replies, "Yeah, I rounded them up." Genius. Maybe I should just start collecting these things. Just write them down. Alright. Watch you get the boat. Oh my. Fantastic. That's all I got. I got one. That's all I got. Actually, I have one more dream that I wrote down that I can share. It's a fucking weird one. It's really weird. Hold on, let me go get it. One sec. I'll be right back. I forgot that I left it right next to me the whole time. Alright. Alright. Here's a dream I had like 2 weeks ago that I did not talk about. I should have though. It's insane. Alright. Here it is. I still remember that part of this too. So the dream was from a weird perspective. Like I was playing a game. Mario and Luigi had an argument or something. I have no idea what Luigi did, but Mario retaliated with a giant energy or light explosion. At the end, they both escape the building, and a scene plays out with Mario talking to Peach and Samus. But Samus's head keeps morphing into a knight's helmet. I can't remember at all what was discussed, but it caused the group to head out. Scene resets, and I play through the whole thing again. This happens 3 times. One of the replays, I opt to have Mario reach the end, but not exit the building with Luigi. I hear Luigi say, "No, Mario!" in the Vine Sauce Luigi voice. I am now watching the cast of Final Fantasy VII in the same building that kept going boom. Cloud is bored and goes to find a seat. After some time, the group returns to Cloud saying they're ready to move on or find something to do. Cloud opens his mouth and says, "I've been thinking a lot about Kingdom Hearts." Dialogue options appears, like Final Fantasy VII, letting me choose to laugh at him or be a rude dick. I choose neither, and the group got up and headed out. Barrett mentioned something about 3 ways to feel your heartbeat, and someone piped up and said they know 2 ways, but only listed feeling your pulse. We're now in a mud field that hinders movement, and there are an absolute ton of bikers. I got excited as I was anticipating this part coming up somehow. Trudging through mud, avoiding bikers until I reach a picnic blanket where Naruto and Sasuke are sitting when one of them asks where Sakura is. I go back and Sakura has been captured by bikers. I go back to the picnic blanket and inform the two, and they spring up to come help. I walk over and pick a dude up and yeet him into a fence. I then walk over to where I threw him and attempt to do it again. And there you go. That's it. I don't understand. I've had weird dreams. Okay, but that is the weirdest shit I've ever had. So fucking weird. I'm not making this up. I don't have the creativity to make that up. Well, apparently I do on the inside. The story's getting weird. Bro, I remember when I wrote that down, I was struggling to remember shit. because I was like, this is the best dream I think I've ever had. I could not get over... I remember it too. I don't know how my brain did it, but my brain managed to make Cloud say, I've been thinking about Kingdom Hearts the way that the English voice actor for Cloud in Final Fantasy VII talks. I swear to God, it was his voice. My brain constructed words of what he should have sounded like, and it turned into that. And I'm just so confused. How did it happen this way? I don't even know what's going against me, man. It was a mess. It was an absolute mess. I don't even understand it. I wish I could understand it. Chad, if we could understand dreams, that would be great. But like, there's so many different characters showed up. What happened with Mario and Luigi? I forget who's coming in. Oh shit. Ah, whatever. Show. Sometimes Touhou characters appear in my dreams, but no actual dream has ever been no actual dream has ever been Touhou related. Did Alice ever get a job? No. I'm afraid not. So, in order to fulfill that dream, chat, I need a picture of Alice. And I need a resume, and I need to put them under my pillow and then fall asleep. And then, just maybe then, I'll be able to complete it. I don't know what Alice it was. I really don't. I can't remember. It was like the first dream I ever wrote down. And since then, I've been able to remember more and more. I had a dream last night, but I got lazy, and I was like, I'll remember it later. And then I didn't. So now I don't remember what that dream was at all. And I'm kind of sad about that, because I know it was good. It had to be good, otherwise I wouldn't have thought to write it down at all. Mario Paint. Oh, you get poison jab. That sucks. This isn't a 2-hit KO. Unfortunate. I'm gonna switch. Aww, we're doing this, huh? So we're doing this, huh? Alright. Alright, she gave up. Or she knew she was gonna poison me. The scoundrel. I'll be fine though. She doesn't have any priority. No, we're fine. And down she goes. I found all 900 pine cones. Ooh. She's feisty looking, isn't she? Maybe I should use Heartbreak. That would be stronger. I guess when you think about it, I could have got rid of Dark Pulse because I already have a Dark... I have Dark here. With Remy. Ah, well, it's fine. Yeah, there's a bunch of Edens. Edens are a reason, which makes sense. It's Eden. Yo, my floating brain! This is great. This is what I like to see. Yep, this is way better than Notori, because Notori I can't kill. But now my pogies are evolved. I can do this. I can just keep breaking her heart. Sometimes I feel bad for Eden. You gotta wonder what she does on a regular basis. She just makes medicine. Maybe she's researching a way to reverse the effects of the Horodai Elixir. I like to think that's her end goal. I really do. Maybe that's a bit of a morbid thought, but how happy can you be? Immortal forever. Surely she's trying to offset it. We already know that Moko wants to go back to being mortal. Don't see why it's morbid, because she's actively trying to find a way to kill herself, which is, it's pretty morbid. But they are immortal. To be fair, Eden's immortality is... I don't actually know. That's one of the most That's one of those things that I'm pretty sure she is immortal, considering how old she is. Contextually, yes, I can see that would be morbid, but if, you know, saying that kind of thing without any context would be very morbid. Eden is a character who has existed since before the moon was even colonized by the Lunarians, so she's been around for such a long time that it's hard to believe that she isn't immortal herself. But who really knows? I don't think anything is explicitly stated that she herself has taken the elixir, only that we know that Moko and Kaguya have taken it. Oh, I guess and Changi as well. She's also taken it. I forgot about her, but she doesn't really count. She exists in the lore, but she doesn't necessarily exist. She could just have another kind of immortality. Well, the Lunarians have really long lives, but they themselves are not immortal. Because being immortal would be a complete absence of life and death, which goes against the Lunarian purity, I guess. Some kind of nonsensical shit like that. Being immortal means being trapped in the limbo between life and death. Or as Ranko so eloquently put, a necrophantasia. I don't remember what type this thing is. I'll just fire punch her. Why not? Immortality is something, alright. Oh, I thought fire was good against you. I recall you being weak to something. I guess I don't remember what it was, though. Beef. English frozen beef. Shh. Don't get frozen. I don't remember what type this thing is. She's Faith. Faith is weak to Beast. Sho doesn't have any beast moves, actually. Welcome to the Touhou game. Speaking of soccer, that's tomorrow. Tomorrow is full-on Alice Day. Look forward to that. Oh, yeah. One thing I saw on Twitter before was that a comment about associating with fandoms only because it's something that you like is not a good idea, but instead associating yourself with a community that also likes that, like, you kind of like form a community of people with common interests and just quote-unquote joining a fan base, which I'm definitely butchering the way that was presented, but it makes sense to me. Because when you think about it, I don't really exist in the Touhou fan base, so to speak. I'm not in any, like, I'm not in anything. I'm not in any discords or projects or nothing. I'm just a guy who likes the series. That's about all you got from me. So I exist separate of that, sort of. Not really, but you get what I mean. I'm not actively in anything at all. I just enjoy the series myself. It's something I've learned to do since a lot of things that I like. You learn that there are people who like it too, who, well, sometimes they make you not like things. It's better that way. It is better that way. Every fandom has its own issues inside of it, and you can't do much about it. And there are series that I really like that I would never want to have kind of ruined for me for that reason. That's why I kind of just stick to my own devices. And I'm glad that I can do that, because I can also get people interested in the series in this way without completely turning them off of it, because I'm a bad man. Undertale communities, yeah. I remember when Undertale was first out. When anyone who played Undertale, if you didn't go for a pacifist run, you were evil, and you were harassed for that kind of thing. So it was real scary. You were no longer allowed to play that game the way you wanted to play it. You had to play it the way that the fanbase had decided you needed to play it. A game so open on choice. Ironically, the fandom only accepted one. That kind of stuff is pretty bad. Same with Dark Souls. Dark Souls is really bad for that too. Dark Souls has some real elitist behavior in it for sure. Really bad. Sounds like Fire Emblem 2. Fire Emblem is hilarious to me, though. I'm not really big on Fire Emblem. I think it's a cool series. Some of my friends are really into it, but they're into it in the sense that they know a lot about it, but they don't go on talking about how much they hate choices that games made. They like Awakening and Fates and stuff like that, or maybe not so much Fates, but they do like Awakening. So I never have to hear about how Awakening killed Fire Emblem from people, which is great. The people I know just can enjoy Fire Emblem for what it is. I just think it's funny when people look at any Fire Emblem game that isn't the one they like, and they're like, this game is so fucking bad. And if you like it, you're just as bad as the game. And it's like, alright there. Alright, buddy. My experience with Touhou fans have been mostly positive. That's good. That's good, me too. Shit. I hate fighting Hinas. I don't have any Reason type moves. Fuck it. Seika! Fire Emblem is sick. I'm just really not good at it. And every time I try to play it, I fuck up somewhere and it makes me not want to continue. I think the stories are cool. I think the characters look nice and all that good stuff. But somebody always has to make an enemy of someone. It's kind of annoying. It really turns into an us versus them kind of mentality kind of thing. It's just like, things don't have to be that serious. You can agree and you can disagree with certain things. Like, as an example, I like certain characters in Touhou more than others, and other people are the opposite. I don't really like Sumireko, because I think she's annoying. Although I understand her character, I just don't like it. But then some people don't like Kasen, because she's kind of preachy. And that's fine. I like Kasen. I like her personality. I think it's cool. But it's not like I'm telling the other guy to go eat shit and die, because our character favoritisms don't line up well. Because as I said before, when you like a character, you know a lot about the character. You can educate people about the character. I didn't know that Kagura was based on a Honsho wolf, which is an extinct species of wolf in Japan. I learned that one from the quiz game / Mina, because Mina knew that, because Mina's favorite character is Kagura. And there you go. That's how you learn. Easy peasy. I like Sakia because she makes it so I can't beat EOSD to save my life. Brother, I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. I don't really like Kaneko either. I'm spending too much time in community. Have compulsions to play fast and not use bad units. I don't even know what's good or bad in Fire Emblem. I would just play the characters that I think look cool or get the best level ups early on. I like Kaneko's design, but I despise her personality. I don't mind her personality, but I think the issue with it is that since she's pretty much the character who does all the scheming in the background, but since she's never really getting any limelight to explain that, she's always relegated to the sidelines, which is like eh. I also don't like her design very much either, to be honest with you. I like Suiko a lot more. Suiko's adorable. So, I don't know, it's just something about, I guess Kaneko's too poofy for me. She's too poofy and big. Like, her presence is huge. But when I look at Kaneko, Sanai, and Suiko, it's like, I'd rather the little frog girl and the green-haired science nerd. Rumia. I could probably kill her with Surf. Why not? I'm not huge on Parsi either, because Parsi's pretty one-dimensional, but that's fine. That's fine. I feel bad for her, though. She really can't be anything but what she is, because that's what the character she is. I'm into liking Kaneko by extension of liking the Moria family dynamic. You know what kind of sucks about that dynamic is how often Suiko gets shafted. Suiko feels like she only gets to show up because the Moria shrine is involved in something. Suiko herself never gets to just be there. Flandre is great. Flandre has so many different things to her that you can do. She's a very popular type of character for sure, but like she's not locked into one style of character. Yeah, I won't. Oh, shut up! There's like 1,000 characters. Well, not 1,000, but there are a lot of characters in this series. And I can only use 6. Like, give me a break. I didn't see what's coming in next. That's fine. Ghost is good against Heart, isn't it? Because ghosts are not for the faint of heart. Some cheesy shit like that. I pretty much based what Touhoos I use by their stats, to be honest with you. If you have good stats, I can use them. Hell, that's why I use Yamame. The Yamame I caught in Puppet Dance Performance was super good. Super, super, super good. So I used her, and I was like, hold on, I kind of dig this character. But like before, I was just like, Yamame, who? For first boss, who cares? Who care about that? I don't care about that. Isn't there a healing bed in here somewhere, chat? I could have swore there was a bed on one of these floors. I don't want to go all the way back to the bottom. No, it's not here. Nope, shit. On floor 10? And I'm benching maybe since I already like her that much. She's popular. My Discord PFP is her. Oh, flexing, are we? So I took Utsu instead, though she's fairly popular. To be honest, I'm not a huge on Utsu as other people are. I like her though. I think she's funny. Bonos was hustle in this game, and you should know Dylan's history with inaccurate moves. See, somebody gets it. Somebody fucking gets it. They really get me. I could use Feint Attack and miss. That's how good my luck is. Don't you butt me. You gotta find the card. Oh, I need the card key to get the beds. Do you see this shit? This is the shit I have to deal with. Oh, you resist that? Nice. Utsuo is tall. She's huge. Yes, she's huge. But she's basically nuclear energy. I'm switching to Suiko. Froggy, go bye-bye. So, free energy. Yeah, I guess so. Oku's definitely the tallest of the... Actually, who do you think's taller, chat? Yugi or Utsuo? I feel like they'd be the same height, because we know they're both tall. So I'm gonna have a mold breaker equivalent. I don't remember anything about flying, because I didn't use one. Because she was Dark Fire in that game or something. And we already were using Moko. I like to think that Yugi is probably the tallest character. Because she's just she's a tall Oni. Very, very tall. Very big lady. Decision. The game doesn't tell you until a non-super effective move destroys a Sistok Q. Oh. Oh. I see. So it doesn't even have a pull-in like Mold Breaker does. It breaks the mold. What does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? What? I don't understand what that's supposed to mean. Suika's the real tallest character. Hey, hold on. You know what you think about it, chat? Suika has the ability to manipulate density, right? So she can increase her body size, yet there's one part of her body that never changes in size, and you gotta wonder if that's intentional on her part, or if that's just something beyond her control. I'm of course referring to her horns. Or her gourd. I don't know what you're thinking. Hopefully the only time I will see the tag team pierce the barrier. And she's dead. And it's gone. I was thinking brain. No, what? Her brain's massive. Hold on, Suika's a very smart character. She's just willingly ignorant in her actions. She's just a shithead. Iku's also pretty tall, is she not? Well, I think so. The only thing we really know about her, though, is that from her fighting game appearance. Komachi's quite tall, too. Again, you remember how you gotta remember. You gotta remember how we figure these things out, chat. We can tell how tall a character is by how big their personalities are. Yes. Yes, good. That's the 3-hour mark. I'm not gonna get through Sylph, unfortunately. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave and I'm gonna go do the dojo. And so we can put the karate master in there. That's what I'm gonna do. Muddy water. Oh, that's good. I mean, not really, actually. Oh, that's shit. Dev, you should have made Muddy Water an Earth-type move. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. What's the point of Muddy Water at level 38 when you have Surf at this point? Just my opinion. Also, isn't Muddy Water supposed to have the same power as Surf? Not less? Hmm. Sukuna can get bigger with her mallet, but yeah, she's a small girl. She's basically, she can fit in a bowl, which is kind of what she does. Last of the inch. Actually, when I think about it, is Sukuna the only inchling in Gensokyo? She's in that giant-ass castle floating in the sky, but it's said to be home to multiple inchlings. Yeah, well, her natural size is small because she's an inchling. That's the whole point. That's why she uses a sewing needle as a weapon. It's kind of cute, actually. Why is there a guy in front of the gym anyway? Who's he stopping? Alright. Let's battle... Wait, how did you see me? Let's battle 5 trainers. Easy. Easy clap. Stop me from fighting Sabrina, but I don't understand why. By the way, that's Reisen types in Sabrina's gym, so good thing I have... It's a good thing I have Remy. Remy and, I guess, to an extent... No. Yeah, no. Remy and Reisen will do very well against Sabrina's gym. You have a Moko? Unbelievable. Whee! Didn't heal? Didn't need to. I fought one Pokemon. Two Mokos? There we go. I did a Moko was the reward for the dojo and you weren't used the one. No, we already know what the reward of the dojo is. Because we were trying to find a water type to use. And there was one in here. Does flying beat Dream? Probably not, but that's the most equivalent I can think of flying to fighting. It doesn't matter, because Mailing died anyway. Oh, fuck it, you're gonna die to Surf, might as well do it again. Froggy! Froggy! Nice. I pressed Surf 5 times in one. I shatter boulders. Yes. But I have a burger frog. Oh, that is so going down. So, Suiko evolves at level 40. Oh, you're alive. Uh-oh. Yes. Stubbed fingers. How did you live that? That's impressive. Take your shoes off. So there's not really any fighting type equivalents, so they're just using characters that tend to fight more physically. than with Don Maku. That's why we're seeing Yugi and Mei Ling and Suika show up. Makes sense, makes sense. I understand, I understand. Reisen stays on during the playthrough. There we go. He wants to see feet. Well, his Bonica aren't wearing shoes, so I guess he's true to his claims. Mei Ling. I am so close. I want to evolve Suiko. I want to evolve Suiko. Hold on, I'm gonna go heal. I'm gonna go heal. Da 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 da. I could teach Mana Burst to Reisen, but there's no really need for that because I don't need a strong Reason type move right now. No one can really utilize that as well as I want anyway. I'd rather just rely on her heart moves, and Dark Pulse is good too, but. Ah. Alright. Grunt. I'm the karate master. I'm the leader here. You wish to challenge us? Expect no mercy. So, and he originally has the Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan, so he should have the two behind him. Yep. Oh, that's a... Oh, fuck. What type are you? Oh, that's a bad switch. Why did you use Fire Blast on my water type, you fucking idiot? Huh? Dev, you see this shit? Faith Steel. Oh, I should have Fire Punched her then. She's just hitting me with whatever she wants. Oh, this is some shit. What? Oh, right, she's Faith. Faith. Faith is weak to Beast. That's Fire Blast. That'll explode Momiji. Aww. Faith Steel is a broken combination. How do I hit it? It's weak to Earth. Ha 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 ha. What about the other one? The other one's Earth Water, right? Toyohime's Earth Water. Ah. Bro, I have no idea. Vengeance! Vengeance! Yeah! Get your vengeance, Reisen. You ain't gonna see that in canon. Alright. Indeed, I have lost, but I beseech you, do not take your album as a trophy. In return, I'll give you a prize fighting Bonica. Okay. So, that's little one. Well, Steel Faith and Earth Water. I'm not gonna take one. I'm gonna let that rock. But I'm not gonna end it just yet. I kinda wanna evolve Suiko, so let's do that. There are a few more trainers in Silphco I can fight. Ooh, speed up. Floor 9? I don't remember. I'll get the card key as well. I can get the card key before I finish off, so I can take care of all that nonsense next time as well. Should just be the next floor then, yeah? Enough of your silly games! Yorihime is the more likable of the two. Hey! Well, I don't know. She's the one who beat Reimu and then bit Marissa's bullet and used her stupid cheat god energy. The other one was the fan who just kind of slapped Yukari around, which was kind of cool to see, I guess. They're both lame. Seated. Yorihime swings a sword, and Torihime slacks off and eats peaches. Right. This thing has recover and poison moves. Reisen, you're up. Space helps. No, we're going neutral evolution on Suiko. Interesting that Reisen's natural type beats Eren. Well, maybe not. Maybe I was wrong there. I thought she was a Reason type, though. What the fuck? What? Why false light? What? Why to crit me? Dev! Nice. Now let's do it, Gale. Yeah, she's Reason, right? Or is she Miasma? Is she a poison type? Reisen's not a Reason type, though, so I don't need to have a Reason type move on her. There we go. She is Miasma. Oh, she's part Reason. So heart. Okay, that makes more sense then. Almost there. She's just Miasma right now. Okay. Welcome to floor 10. So good of you to join me. Grunt Boy. Oh, that's a perfect Pokemon to throw out in front of Suiko. Yeah, give me that juicy XP. Everybody's got a Yugi, but Yugi can't survive a surf, no matter how strong she is. Poor girl. Suiko is the Oni Slayer. Carbos. So Night Shrine has two gods because originally Suiko was the only god in the shrine, but Kaneko invaded and took over the shrine. But because the native faith of Suiko was so strong, she couldn't just oust Suiko out of the shrine completely, so they had to form like a co-op, I suppose, would be the best way to say it. Your Bonica have weak points. Suiko's beaten, but she still had too much faith to just completely remove. If Suiko had been completely removed from the shrine, then that probably would have doomed Kaneko as well. Because the thing about native shrines is, while their reach is smaller, their faith is stronger. That's the kind of shtick that we're fed. It's based on a real, but it's based on an actual mythology where Take Minikatana invaded the Suwa region and took over as the main god. The god being Moria, spelled with an E instead of an I, so that's pretty cool. There's a lot of stories about that kind of thing, but that's the rough gist of it. Almost there. Water Veil. Oh yeah, it prevents burns. I forgot I had that. I'm gonna fall just short of the EXP required after this kill, which is annoying. But I still need to battle the guy who's blocking the card key. Anyway. Yeah, the one famous at Lake Riding Festival. That's the one. The Suwa Shrine. Okay, I don't remember exactly how this area works, but I know I need to hit some teleporters. What a complex building this is. Wonder if self is finished. Yep. Company's done now. I need to find the one that takes me to, I think it's floor 7? What price should I make out? That's a good question. Lift key's on the 5th floor. I see. Card key. I guess mostly what just happened this episode was evolutions, right? Yeah. Big bunny. Definitely big bunny. I feel like I've been here before. Damn it. Damn it! I'm lost. I'm lost! Maybe it's here. Wait, did I fight you? I did. I got it. Yeah. This one. Oh wait, I battle you. I don't remember which tile it is. Why do you have to have another add-in? I'm so sick of add-in. Throwing rocks at you. Huh. There we go. There we go. Alright, Frog God. Put your froggers in chat. Oh, she looks happy. She's great. Let's check out her stats. 139 HP, yeah. Serious. Oh, she's part Faith now. Oh, Water Faith, okay. Great special attack and speed. And perfect attack value. Good shit. Alright, well, to be honest, that kind of means that Sho doesn't do much now, does she? Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. We're gonna have to show the door. Take Flan? Not in your life, sport. Where the fuck is the teleporter for the card key? It's... where? There it is. How get? This son of a bitch. Wait, am I an idiot? Sure am. I've been... wait. Oh. I unbattled you. Reisen and Suiko. Yeah, those are good. We'll do those. We'll do those too. I need to swap for a Moko. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Alright, here I am. Where are you going? Come back, Chen. Chen! Where's Ron? I want to Ron. Oh. Down Chen goes. Is that your only Pogi? Crunch. Oh, that's good. Yep, super beast move. When we do just two things. She slices and she bites. You know, that's all I really need of her. That's all I had? Alright, it's fine. Boom. Crunchy boy. Perfect. Now I can leave. And when I do this next time, I'll be able to clean up Silphco. The guy has a single Arbok. Yeah, I remember that. I don't remember what most people have, but I know that guy had one Pokemon for sure. You remember Team Rocket's in this game? I just remember that. They're probably going to be at the top of this place. I wonder what I should do next. Beating Blaine will take me to the islands. But to be honest with you, I could actually go and fight Blaine first with Suiko. Completely shit on all his fire types, do the Sevi Islands, come back, beat the hell out of my rival, Giovanni and Sabrina all in one go. And then we're good. The islands are not in the game, but they are. What? Huh? Where have you been? That's where Moko is. Moko's on Island 3. Excellent. They didn't get replaced, no. No, Jotho. Oh, sorry, Jotho. I don't know where Jotho is. But they're all here. So that's good. That's good. That's a good amount of progress. I'm gonna get another save because I'm skeptical. Joe through. Joe's! Okay. No, so I think yeah, next time I can go to the mansion, do Blaine first, do it all out of order, so I can go to the islands, get my Moko, and then be good from there. But we'll see. We'll see what I do, because that'll be for Tuesday for sure. Good progress as usual. Very good stream. Very good. I like that. I had fun today. Pretty much non-stop topics conversation. Pretty great. So yeah, Reisen, Suiko. So I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow is Alice Day. You have been warned. I'll see you there tomorrow. Good night.